land on a 4 mile final.
Roger, runway 34 left, clear flight, Premier 041.
All right. We are live, I believe. Let's make sure.
25, visual 34 left.
Let's take a quick look. I think we are. Yes, we are. Okay.
2325, Seattle Tower.
Welcome in, everybody.
Runway 34 left, clear to land.
Welcome to Go Flying. We are kicking it off with a couple of great arrivals here.
Traction site horizon 2325.
First up, Japan Airlines. This is Japan, was that 65? 68. Looks like it is coming in. 787 from Narita. Right there on the horizon. Well, a little bit above the horizon. If it was on the horizon, we'd have problems. Welcome to the channel. It is Monday, the 20th. We're about 10 minutes to 11 local time. And we're kicking it off with a great arrival.
199 American 654.
But we lost the signal there for a second. I wonder what that's about. I got a cable, it's a little loose. We'll figure that out in a second. Sometimes these cables are a little bit on the finicky side, but hopefully that won't happen again. Yep, totally. Okay, well, that was not supposed to happen. Anyway, coming up next, we've got from Incheon, we've got Korean Air 41. And hopefully we will not see that again. I'm pretty sure I know where the signal chain broke. But anyway, so it is
Zulu at Charlie, hold short of runway 34.
Here we are at Seattle International Airport. We are on the left side of the field. Getting that 3-4 left approaches. Currently 70 degrees. Obviously you can tell it's a little bit overcast, a little bit on the humid side, but it's not terrible. It is really a nice day because we have the filtered sun instead of just getting blasted. Because right here in the middle of openness, we have no shade. But anyway, next up is our Korean Air flight, and this again is coming in from Incheon, 787. This is the, I believe this is a newer livery on the, yes it is. I did it again. Okay, I think I know what's going on here. Wait 1 second here. Gotta figure out what is causing that signal to go away. I do not like that, those little technical difficulties here. All right, stand by 1 second.
Alaska 9800, they're ready for you behind Japan Airlines, hold short of runway 34 center.
Okay, behind Japan Air, hold short 34 center, Alaska 9800.
Alaska 9800, monitor tower 119.9, good day.
Okay, so we're back at it, and we're just trying to figure out what
ready for you at Charlie, hold short of runway 34 center.
Jiggle, up there it is, no signal.
Alaska 365 at Charlie, hold short of runway 34 center.
That should not be doing that.
Charlie, hold short 347, Alaska 365.
Alaska 365, monitor tower.
Okay, well, if I continue to have those issues with this particular device, I'll just remove it from the signal chain.
Short of runway 34 center.
Roger, taxi via Echo and Tango, November, holding short from a 3.
Okay, so next up here, coming in,
heavy, monitor tower 119.9.
got an Alaska flight. This is from KSEA. This looks like I'm from Mountain Time.
Airway 3750.
They've been flying for about an hour and 15 minutes, so not a long flight.
3608, runway 34 left, clear to land.
So normally what happens is when you have these larger carriers like the 787s, you will find that they tend to create a little bit more separation between the incoming flights behind them. Usually it's a 6-mile separation, so there's a little bit of a wait after them, but that's what's coming up next. All right. Let's see what's after our Alaska flight. We have a Delta flight coming in from Boise. So getting some commuters in, kind of kick off. Of course, we had the 2 787s that we started off with. So here's a 175, and if you followed this channel for any length of time, which is not long because the channel hasn't been around long, this is not my favorite aircraft. It seems like I call it a filler aircraft. They are. As you can see, sun is a little bit filtered today, so we have a kind of almost silhouettes coming in. We'll see how the weather works. It looks like it's going to be cloudy most of the day today, but it's going to be warm. Right now, we're sitting at 70 degrees. It's forecast to go to 85, I believe, today. So we're gonna probably stream for a couple hours here, and then after that we'll call it a day. But you know, it's one of those things where you just don't know what you're gonna get. Sometimes the flights come in and they're like, "Oh, okay, that was cool. Wasn't expecting that." Sometimes they don't.
Alaska 274, stay with me. Hold short of Charlie.
We'll hold short of Charlie. 274.
Horizon 2325. Hold short of runway 34 center.
Hold short of 34 center, Horizon 2325.
Horizon 2325, monitor tower 119.9. Good day.
So next up is Delta flight in from Boise. So 175, 4 years old, and they have been flying for a little over an hour. So Boise is not that far from here. Never been. There they are. Sometimes this is the way it works with Seattle and a lot of other airports in the country. We get these banks of arrivals and departures. Right now I'm staring at a bunch of aircraft on the ground with their ADS-B on flight radar. So if you want to follow along, feel free. We are tracking 3-4 left arrivals into Seattle today. Oh, there it goes again. Okay. I think I definitely know what's going on now. Okay, let's make sure that doesn't happen again. All right, that's technical difficulties there. A little bit of a lull here. See what our arrivals look like. Got some flights coming in. We have a Alaska. Let's see, that is a. Let's see, that's 737-800 coming in.
50, roll down to Echo.
Not to Echo, sorry, what is 3750?
If you're new to the channel, welcome in. The channel itself is new. This is pronounced Go flying.
34 left, clear to land, Alaska 1.
My name is, I go by Rainy Cajun here on the channel. I am a pilot, been a pilot since I was 18 years old. Grew up in Louisiana. That's why the channel name is spelled a little interesting, because that's what they do there, the Cajuns, because I am part Cajun. And so, yeah, we started this channel not too long ago, live streaming, and so we're based here in Seattle now. And, yeah, we catch the flights coming in and going out. Just depends on the traffic and the time of day and, of course, the weather conditions. Feel free to drop a chat in the chat box. It's always good to see who's tuning in. I noticed one of my buddies who also is a live streamer for airports is down in Dallas. He is on as well. So, yeah, but there's a lot of us now. of these days. So if you're in aviation, you're in the right place. Okay, so our flight is now on a 6-mile final. This is from Washington, D.C., from DCA. They are out there. I don't know. It's kind of hard to see them against the white sky, but they're there. And if this cable continues to give me a hassle, I might switch things around a little bit. Hopefully we won't have to do that. You can see here's our flight here.
Southwest 3081, Seattle Tower, 13607, runway 34 left, clear line.
34 left, clear to land, Southwest 3081.
Okay, so right after that, Southwest 3081 from Oakland is coming in as well. Go back to our main camera view. All right. Zoom in a little bit here. Just keep an eye on them. Now they're at 3 miles. And hopefully we'll see a pickup in traffic. I'm looking at the arrival schedule for Seattle right now. And let's see. Starting at, well, we had the Incheon flight. We had the Oakland flights coming in. We've got a lot of flights that have already landed that were scheduled to arrive later. But we have a decent amount. I mean, it's a steady stream. So we're going to have a decent amount of aircraft coming in here. All right. With us now. Again, this is Alaska 51 from Washington, D.C.
Tower Alaska A324 Heavy. Visual 34 left.
All right.
A24 Heavy,
I just heard of
Seattle
Heavies on
3605,
inbound. That's
runway 34
great.
left,
That's what we want.
34 left, clear to land, Alaska A324 Heavy.
We got shafted the other night. We were here, Saturday night? I was here with one of my coworkers and also a pilot. They were putting all the Heavies on the right side, and we just got all the 175s and, we got 2 Dash 8s, as a matter of fact. I was just like, come on, throw us a bone. Okay, so that Southwest flight is 4 miles out. Should be here in a minute or so. I can see them out there. It just depends on the time of day, as far as the flow of the traffic. It's like any other airport in the States. It's, sometimes we'll get just a steady stream one after another, and sometimes it'll fall into a lull, and then we'll get more. Just depends. Every day is different.
Alaska 1 monitor tower 119.9. Good day.
99 for Alaska 1, see ya.
All right, they are now 2 miles out. See them right there. This is 3081 from Oakland. This is a 737-800. A little bit on the older side, 9 years old. Most of the aircraft, as they get to us, they're right at about, I'd say 400 feet or so altitude. And obviously descending. My poor camera was recording this whole time. Okay, that is annoying. We're gonna get that fixed too. Okay. Let us figure out what is going on here. I'm going to fix that microphone. Just decided not to be cooperative today. We will fix that right now. Sometimes we get these weird connections. And
Yeah, 3081, turn right on taxiway, Southwest 3081,
okay,
turn right on taxiway,
that's back
Echo,
down.
taxi Tango November.
So,
Runway 34 center.
Echo Tango
coming in
November,
here
34 center, Southwest 3081.
is,
Southwest 3081, monitor
this is,
tower 9.9. Good day.
it's Alaska,
99,
technically, but it's painted in Hawaiian colors. This is an A330 all the way over from Narita, Tokyo. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You can chat in, introduce yourself, say howdy.
Tower American 2534 is with you on the visual, 34 left.
Here's our heavy 330 here.
American 2534, Seattle Tower, wind 0109, runway 34 left, clear to land, caution brake turbulence, following a heavier bus for final.
34 left, clear to land for American 2534.
Big plane. That operation, what they do, everybody that's in trail behind a heavy aircraft. Oh, hello. We didn't want to do that. Okay. My camera's a little off balance. We'll fix that. All my technical difficulties today.
Seattle Tower, United 2099, inside Jasta, visual 34 left.
Alaska A330 heavy, hold short of runway 34 center.
Okay, so this flight coming up here is from Philadelphia. This is American 2534.
Alpha 8 Foxtrot, monitor tower 119.9. They'll hold you. Good day.
14-year-old Airbus A321.
United 2099, Seattle Tower, wind 0207.
Right there.
34 left, clear to land.
34 left, clear to land, United 2099.
Everybody who drives by here, they're just smiling at me. They either think I'm weird or they think it's cool. I don't know. Maybe a little bit of both. So this is they've been flying for quite some time now, a little over 5 hours. There they go. Off in the distance there, I don't know if you can really see it. It's there. That's Mount Rainier. We saw it much better the other night when we were here because of the way the sun was, and the sky was a little bit on the clearer side. Can't really see it all that well today. I think it is one of those days where it's going to be, I can already tell it's going to be a muggy day. Well, muggy for Seattle.
2534, turn right Zulu.
Right Zulu for American 2534.
Okay, so next up.
And is Zulu closed for 2534?
This is a flight from
American 2534, negative.
Chicago.
Okay, thank you.
A321. Another 321. Brand new. Brand spanking new. At least according to Flight Radar, it's brand new.
American 2534, you can join Charlie, hold short of Tango. I'm showing you gate Delta 11 is occupied.
All right, Charlie, short of Tango for American 2534.
I'm getting, in case you're wondering, I'm getting my ATC feed from an app called ATC. That's it. It's pretty straightforward.
868 Seattle Tower.
And I'm really enjoying it, mainly because the audio is always really clear on it, and they have so many different ways to change frequencies. It's just a very intuitive app, so I decided to start using it. Even though it has a paid subscription, I felt it was worth it. So if you like listening to aviation, check it out. They have a free trial and all other fun stuff too. Okay, so from Chicago,
Tower Delta 384, visual 34 left, outside J1.
United 2099.
Delta 384, Seattle Tower, 36007, right before left, clear to land.
34 left, clear to land, Delta 384.
As you can see, as I go back here, I'll go back and just do a little quick reset up there. There we go. You can take a look here. And well, I'm just going to pull up the airport feed. So this is my flight radar view. And you can see if we're looking at the airport itself,
Tower for Alaska 274.
we got quite a bit of activity. This is by no means busy for Seattle at all. But you can see we've got a Turkish flight. Looks like they're taxiing. They just arrived. Of course, they arrived the left, the right side.
Yeah, 2099.
How nice of them. But you can see we got some planes stacked up here. This on a busy day will be this conga line of aircraft will extend to about where this Turkish flight. Oh no, that's Prime Air. That it'll extend about this far. So right about mid Seagate.
274, turn right on Charlie.
It's kind of crazy. This concourse right here, the main terminal.
Right on Charlie.
So anyway, we're not very busy at the moment. This is kind of light traffic. If you have any questions for me about what's happening here in Seattle, where we're at, or anything, let's just go ahead and chat in the chat box. I am here to answer questions as best as I can. All right, so coming in now, this is Delta 737 from Minneapolis, St. Paul. Oh, lost my signal again. Okay, that is not cool. Okay, give me 1 second. I am going to redo my wiring here so that we don't have that problem again. Hang tight. You don't need to know the speed limit. Okay, wait a second here. Let's see. We're going to switch this one.
Tower, SkyWest 3431 at J1, visual 34 left.
We're going to go here.
3431, Seattle Tower.
There. So the signal's going to go out for a second. Just hang tight.
34 left, clear to land, SkyWest 3431.
I am still here. Hang tight.
Delta 868, turn right Echo, taxi via Tango November, hold short, runway 34 center.
Echo Tango November, hold short 34 center to the 868.
Okay.
Delta 868, monitor 119.9.
This guy here, put it here. I believe it's the other cable, but we'll find
Delta
out.
868, monitor 119.9.
199, Delta 868.
We will find out. We do have another aircraft on final, and we'll catch them just as soon as I can get back over here, get everything lined up. Doo-doo-doo. Okay. Just need our feed 2. That's one. This is the other one. Should have an empty. There it is. Okay. All right, let's see if we can catch this plane. You can do it, Jeremy. You can do it. Okay, there I am. Let's see if this fixes it. If it doesn't, then we will try another cable.
Alaska 42.
42, Seattle Tower, 13607, runway 34 left.
There we go.
Going to land 34 left, Alaska 42.
That was, by the way. Let's go ahead and take. Come on. That was from Boston. And that was a 321 as well. Okay, so coming up hot on the heels of our Boston flight is a Portland flight. All the way from Portland. I'm kidding. They've only been in the air for 26 minutes. So not far. It's a drive. It's a 3-hour drive from here.
34, turn right Echo, taxi via Tango Juliet, hold short, runway 34 center.
Echo Tango Juliet, hold short, center Delta 384.
Delta 34, monitor 119.9.
199 Delta 384.
All right. Here they are.
Seattle Tower, Southwest 3337 miles, visual 34 left.
Southwest 3330, Seattle Tower, 1360 at 8, runway 34 left, clear to land.
Go land 34 left, Southwest 3330.
This is a 175. Get a lot of these here. E175. They are quite common up here because Alaska uses them quite a bit. You'll notice a pattern here. If you watch the channel long enough, you'll see here in Seattle, And we go to other airports, but during the work days like this, the weekdays, we will tend to be here because it's fairly busy. The 175 is really popular here, of course, with United and Horizon, and then you've got the A220, which Delta is very fond of. That we see a lot of those here as well. And then, of course, you see your 737s, and that can go all the way from what I call the Squatty Potty 700 up to the MAX 9.
3431.
And they're just beginning, or they're finalizing the certification on the MAX 7 and then the MAX 10 here up at Boeing Field. So every now and then I'll go there and we can see them doing the test flights.
Visual 34 left.
So yeah.
431, monitor 119, point niner.
Over to 1990.
All right, so this is from LAX.
Horizon 2141, Seattle Tower, 13606, 134 left.
3934 left, Horizon 2141.
Being on the south end of the field, and I mentioned this, I try and mention this once a stream, is that we're the Seattle International, formerly known as SeaTac, is on a plateau, and we're kind of at the reason why we can get to the planes as easily as we can, or get the shots as easily as we can, is because we're kind of on the downslope from the plateau. And so you can kind of see the road here, how it goes down. So the airport itself is elevated a bit from the surrounding area, which is great for watching. Rather than being in a bowl, we're kind of a little bit underneath the planes, but it also means we can get closer to the runway based on the way the topography is here. So it's a nice spot. Not the best spot. Seattle doesn't have a ton of good spots. They have one. They just opened up a brand new area just inside the terminal. It's a plane spotting area, but it's got glass, and of course with glass comes reflections and all that other stuff. So not the greatest place to stream from.
Charlie Short Tango with you, Alaska 42.
Okay, this is Southwest coming from Phoenix. And this looks like a MAX 8. It is. All right. Hope everybody's having a good Monday, or if it's already Tuesday where you are. Hopefully the weekend was good for you as we roll through summer. Let's see what we got coming up here. We'll switch views real quick. Let's take a look and see what we see. Okay, so we have an Alaska flight that's called, oh, this is the special Cougar livery. This is Washington State University, Wazoo, affectionately known as Wazoo. That is coming in right now. This is a 175. We saw these guys the other night. I don't think they have more than one of these. They might. I don't know. But yeah, this one is it's painted. They have actually before we started the stream, the UW, the University of Washington, with the two rivaling state colleges. That livery was on another aircraft, another 175, and that passed by overhead just as I was ready to get rolling on the stream.
34 left.
This is kind of cool looking.
2171 Seattle Tower, wind 02006, 34 left.
All right.
34 left, cleared to land, Horizon 2171.
Okay. It's kind of a cool livery. Yeah, it's kind of the slow time. I guess it's, you know, for other people. Okay, we do have landing on the right side. Oh, there they are.
42,
I got it.
Open now. Continue forward on Charlie. Hold short.
This is from Charles de Gaulle.
Charlie, hold short, 34 center, Alaska 42.
Air France A350. And there they go.
We'll see ya.
So this is what they do to us from time to time. They'll put the heavies on the right side as the traffic is picking up on the left side for whatever reason. They'll put the heavies on the right side, and it completely bums me out when they do that. But you know, it is what it is. I'm not in charge. We our star rating for Seattle-Tacoma has been it's at a 1 star right now for this kind of activity. But obviously, we don't. We're half joking about that, but it does get a little frustrating when you set up for a stream and everybody wants to see the big, heavy aircraft, and nope, no heavy for you.
Turn on Charlie and hold short on Tango over at 2141.
I don't know where. Okay, so Seattle Aviation, thanks for chatting in. I do not know. I know it's in the C concourse. That's all I know. That's all I know. I've never been to it, and you know, every day I'm like, oh, I should go to that, and I realize I didn't sign up for the visitor pass, so I can't get into the terminal anyway. But I'm pretty sure it's what the new constructed C concourse is what I've been told. All right. Hopefully, as the day goes by, the sun will slowly start turning what it looks like a silhouette of an airplane into an actually well-lit airplane. We catch them on, you know, once we get the backlighting. This is the biggest, well, down. What would you call it? Negative about this spot is that it's not really good for basically from morning to midday. You just don't, you get silhouettes. That's unfortunate. But in the afternoon and the evening, like we were here the other night, it was perfect. The lighting was beautiful. Everything was just spot on perfect. So, but you know, this is the time I had to come out here today. So all right, let's take a look and see what's up next. All right, from Dulles, this is a 737-900. Now, you'll notice the 900s, actually all the 100 series, not the MAX series, they are all much louder than the MAX series. And it's just because of the engine design. Pretty loud. And believe it or not, I'm not using a zoom lens like a telephoto lens or anything like that. I am that close to the planes as they're passing overhead. It's a great spot. I mean, literally one of the landing lights, that's it right there. That is one of the approach lighting structures right there. And you'll see there's another one right there. Come on, focus. Work with me. There we go. See right there. So we're really close. I mean, the runway is literally right there, right underneath, on the opposite side of that tunnel. So we're in a good spot overall. All right. Now coming up here is the Alaska flight. From Anchorage, special livery too, is UNICEF.
Land 34 left, Alaska 13.
Which, of course, yeah. There we go. All right, let's see what's coming up next. Oh, we got a JetBlue. Now that is, I wouldn't, it's, you know, obviously if you live in the Northeast or anywhere along the East Coast, JetBlue is much more common. Out here on the West Coast, not so much. It's just not. You get a couple of JetBlue flights a day, I think, coming in. I think we were streaming for, 3 hours the other night, and we didn't see one JetBlue aircraft come in. So just gives you an idea of the frequency there. So a little bit more rare. Not that it's, I mean, it's JetBlue. They've been around for a while. Speaking of for a while, this jet is, this 321 is 10 years old, and they're coming all the way from Boston.
Horizon 2141, your gate just opened up.
This is interesting. Check this out.
Echo and hold short, runway before center.
Look at this little juke that it did. If I tap on it again here. Come on. Oh, now it's straightened out. Oh, interesting. It was like a little juke there, but whatever. That's just flight radar being flight radar. Okay, here they are. A321 from Boston, JetBlue,
47 monitor 119.
397.
199 Alaska 47, good day.
Horizon 2141 monitor 119.9.
199 Horizon 2141.
All right. Still kind of in a little bit of a, we'll call this the lunch lull. Not even lunchtime yet, though. It's only 11:30. We'll see some more aircraft. It'll start to pick up in a little bit here. Right now, we're just kind of taking what we can get from air traffic control here. So, okay, let's see what's next here. We have an Alaska flight from San Francisco. See a lot of that. You'll see a lot of, like, the 175s will be from all the regional airports in the area. Then we'll have 737s. This is a 900 series ER that is 10 years old as well. You'll see those from SFO, from LAX, from San Diego, from Santa Ana, Burbank, mainly 737. Sometimes you'll see the 175s, but it's not. It's a lot less common.
Echo, hold short 194 center.
Echo short 34 center, JetBlue 397.
JetBlue 397 monitor 119.9.
199 JetBlue 397.
It's only an hour and a half flight down to San Francisco. Not a bad deal. Oh, there the signal went out again. Okay, so now I know what the culprit is. It's the wrong cable that I swapped out, which is okay because I have another cable that I can use for it. Let us see here. My apologies for that. Not intentional, of course, but sometimes you have HDMI cables, if they're twisted and turned and bent enough times, they just don't want to work anymore.
Horizon 2114, 6 mile final, 3 for left.
Okay, we're gonna swap it out.
Horizon 2114, Seattle Tower 1330 at 6, runway 34 left, clear to land.
Clear
Okay,
land, 3 for left.
what is
Horizon
coming up next?
2114.
Let's take a look at that. Oh, Iceland Air. Saw one of these the other night. Okay, hang tight. I'm just switching out the cable here. Do not adjust your television sets.
Box 1327, taxi via Tango, Juliet, hold short, runway 34 center.
Here and go.
Tango Juliet, short 34 center, Alaska
In there.
1327.
And there we have our signal. Okay, we're back. Thanks for your patience.
Alaska 1327, monitor 119.
Okay, so these guys have been flying for a heck of a long time. This is a 7-hour flight in a 737. No thank you. No thank you very much. All the way from Reykjavik. Yeah, I don't know if I could do that flight. I mean, it's not that long, but
with you on the visual inside of Geaux.
I don't know when they decide to make that the.
774.
Okay, what's the total length of time that people will be willing to sit in a narrow body aircraft? So we can continue to use those because they're more fuel efficient. I guess it also has to do with a lot of traffic. But there's several daily flights to Reykjavik, and I didn't realize that many people coming to Seattle or going to Iceland. I didn't realize there was that much activity there. There must be something going on and that warranted that. But
turn right, Echo.
probably connecting flights too. But
hold short, runway 34 center.
all right, let's see who is next. Coming up.
Turn right, Echo, Tango, November, and hold short, runway 34 center, ICER 685.
ICER 685, monitor 119.9.
Okay, this is from Medford, Oregon. And like I said, this is a 175. This is what I would call a commuter aircraft. And you'll get those throughout the day. That's just kind of normal for Seattle. I'm sure it's normal. You don't live in the Seattle area, you probably have similar aircraft, commuter aircraft. I know in Dallas, for instance, there's a lot of CRJs because that's what American Airlines prefers. Of course, Delta's got the 220. They prefer those. So that, yeah, we just get a decent amount of folks. Okay, so here we got something coming in on the right side. Oh, this is from Charlotte, but this is a 321 Neo. That is over there.
2114, turn right, Zulu.
If we get there, they are.
Zulu, we'll go to Zulu, horizon 2114.
Tower, hello, Speedbird 5, Whiskey Bravo established on at Yankee 34
So you can see how low they are. They look like they're extremely low for, you know, the distance. I can do a little digital zoom on here.
Clear
You can see
land,
that.
Speedbird 5, Whiskey Bravo.
Speedbird 5, Whiskey Bravo, verify, runway 34 left.
The
Sorry,
reason
Speedbird 5,
for
Whiskey
that
Bravo?
is that if you
Just
pull up a
verify,
map
runway
of
34
Seattle
left.
International,
34
you will
left,
see
clear land, Speedbird 5, Whiskey Bravo.
the right side runway is actually much further, like 1,000 or 1,500 feet more to the south. It's displaced a bit.
Okay, Charlie, hold short of
They all
Tango,
have the
horizon
same,
2114.
like on the north side of the field, they all have the same termination point. But on the south side of the field, 3-4 right is much further south, extends much further south. Okay, so let's see. I heard some flights coming in here. From Atlanta, there's a 321 Neo as well.
Seattle Tower, Southwest 3051, visual 34 left.
Who's that one, sir?
Southwest 3051, visual 34 left.
Southwest 3051, Seattle Tower, 2507, runway 34 left, clear to land.
34 left, clear to land, Southwest 3051.
All right. Want to welcome everybody in who is watching. Oh, look at what we got here.
Seattle Tower, Delta 347.
That's what I'm talking about. All the way from London Heathrow, we've got a 787-10.
Delta 347, Seattle Tower, caution turbulence following a heavy
British Airways.
787 on a 3-mile final, 360 at 8, runway 34 left, clear to land.
Clear to land, 34 left, Delta 347.
Delta 774, turn right Echo, taxi via
That's
Tango.
what I'm talking about.
Taxiway Papa, remain this frequency.
Echo, Tango.
So we have to do our thing here.
Southwest.
Here it comes! Get ready for the heavy!
330, monitor 11 there, point at it.
199, good day, Southwest 3330.
Delta 774, I'm showing your gate Alpha 11 Alpha is occupied.
Okay, we're showing open.
There she
Are
is.
you also showing Alpha 11 Alpha?
Showing Alpha 11.
Just a different sound altogether. That's a big bird. There they go. They have been in the air. Those poor people have been in the air for over 9 hours. Ugh. Hey, but they're in Seattle now, so. Okay, so now we're going to have our 6 miles of separation. I can already see the next flight. It's they've got their lights on. I don't know if you can see it on your screen. I guess it depends on what device you're watching on. They're out there, but they are 6 miles in trail. That's standard practice here. This is a Delta flight. It's coming up
5 Whiskey Bravo,
from
heavy,
Orlando,
turn right, Echo,
321 Neo
taxi
as
via
well.
Tango, November, hold short, runway 34 center.
This is the plane's only a year old. Still got that new car smell.
Hold short 34 center, Speedbird 5 Whiskey Bravo.
Speedbird 5 Whiskey Bravo, heavy, monitor 119er, point at it.
Monitor 119.9, Speedbird 5 Whiskey Bravo. Tower Delta 356, looks on the visual 34 left.
Delta 356, Seattle Tower, 1010 at 7, runway 34 left, clear to land.
Sun is
Clear
cooking.
to land, 34 left, Delta 356.
Okay, I'm gonna put my drink in the insulated compartment so that it doesn't. Oh, got a fire truck. It's a ladder truck. Are they coming past us? Looks like they're turning past us.
Jetway's off the jet. They're just waiting to push out of the gate for Alpha 11.
Up 774, roger. Stand by just a moment.
Somebody got hurt. There they go. Believe it or not, I do own a fire truck. It is not as big as those, but it is one of the little Japanese fire trucks that I brought in from a small village in Japan. It's just, it's not the best vehicle to drive around without air conditioning in the middle of summer, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so this is from Orlando, 321neo from Delta Airlines. One of these days, actually, I'm trying to get it back up and running by the time, because it's not really running all that great right now. The engine needs a little bit of work. But we have Seafair, which is Seattle's, they have boat races, like when I say boat races, like, you know, boats, like go really fast on the water. That's coming up here at the end of the month. And I usually do that from Boeing Field because we can see the Blue Angels take off. Because that's also part of the show, is we have aircraft that's part of the show, and then we've got the boat races and whatnot. So, okay, so this flight is from Denver. It's 3051, Southwest 3051. It's 737-800. There they are.
Yeah, monitor the tower, Delta 347.
Tower visual 345.
Oh, sorry about that.
31 left, goes 31.
So that wasn't that long of a wait. But hot on their heels. Well, not so hot on their heels. We still have a little ways to go, but they're 4 miles out. This is a flight from Fort Lauderdale. This is a 757. Oh, no, sorry. This is an A321neo. 135 knots, 1,400 feet with a 700 foot per minute descent rate. So they are on the slope.
Southwest 3051, turn right Echo, taxi via Tango,
this
Juliet,
is
short, runway 34 center.
Looks like Delta 356.
Southwest 3051, monitor 11 enter, point enter.
99, Southwest 3051. Tower Alaska 623, visual 34 left.
Seems like it's picking up a little bit.
Alaska 623, Seattle Tower, 1350 at 6, runway 34 left, clear to land.
What we saw the other night was I mean, and we'll see it in a little bit, but what we saw the other night was just insanity. It was like you could see 5 aircraft stacked up as far as you could see. I mean, you think about a 3 mile separation, that's 15 miles that we could see worth of aircraft. That was kind of nuts. This is kind of a lunchtime lull, I guess, but we should see more as the day carries on. All the way from Fort Lauderdale, and then a truck just pulls right in my view. Thank you for that. This is a Monday, and it's a decent amount of traffic. Seattle is, believe it or not, even though it has become kind of a destination over the past 10, 15 years, it's still not an extremely busy airport. It is busy, don't get me wrong, and it can get really busy at times, but overall traffic, overall flights coming in and out of Seattle on any given day, it has like these little gaps, right? And
disregard that. Just turn left on.
it's not anything like O'Hare. It's not like DFW. It's not like JFK, it's just not that busy, not yet at least.
Delta 356, I'm showing you gate Bravo 1.
Not like SFO or LAX for sure.
Remain with you, Delta 356.
All right, so these fine folks that are coming in. This is from Missoula, and this is a 175. See, like I said, you know, this flight is what? Right now, they've been in the air for an hour. So it used to be when I would when I was younger. When I lived in New Orleans. We would fly from New Orleans to DFW because I had relatives in DFW in Dallas. And I remember there were some times where I would catch, and this is going to show my age, so you'll have to pardon me, but I remember times being I'll hop on an L-1011 and go from New Orleans to Dallas. And think about it now, they're probably booking 175s from New Orleans to Dallas. So I guess that was a good thing. You know, I got a chance to be part of that time when the TriStars were around, the Tri-Jets were around, and now really you only see them with the Dassaults, and that's the private biz jets, which are still like the Falcon, was it the 8X? It's pretty cool looking, but I mean, they're not as cost effective as the 175s or even the A220s. All right. From Nashville, another town I lived in briefly. I don't remember it all that well, but
behind Delta on our left, on Juliet, hold short runway 34 center, coast 3100.
3100, monitor 119.9.
19.9, good day, Coast 3100.
This is a 737-900ER. Almost 10 years old. 9 years old technically. They're out there, right there. And they're already at 900 feet. One of the nice things about catching landing traffic is you get really close to the aircraft. Like I said, I'm not using a telephoto lens. I'm just using it's a 75 millimeter lens. So those of you who are photography nerds or videography nerds, 75 millimeter lens, f1.2. That's all I need, and it does great. But I mean, we can get really close in on these aircraft. But the problem with being on the departure end of the runway, especially if you're on this side, but even on the north side of the airport, you can't catch a lot of aircraft because they're already up at 1,000 feet or more by the time they get to you. So that's the downside of that. But if you look on the channel, if you look on the streams that I've done before, I've definitely caught a lot of aircraft landing from the north side of the field, and it's a pretty cool looking shot. And then also you're able to catch that departure traffic. This is because you're above the plateau instead of below the plateau where we are right now. We're below the plateau. So we'll do more shows from the north side for sure. It's only a matter of time. We just got to wait for the right situation. Usually the traffic flow changes depending upon the winds, like any other airport.
Juliet, hold short 3410, Alaska 623.
Usually when we have winds from the north, the weather is good, and we'll have a south flow or a north flow.
Alaska 623.
If the winds are to the south, the weather is a little bit less predictable. And then we'll have a southerly flow, right? So that it really depends. It totally depends on any given day. So I look at all that stuff before I head out to the airport and kind of decide what I'm going to do.
2114 looks like you get just pushed back at Charlie.
Speaking of which, our next flight, I can hear sounds like a heavy taking off right now. Let's see, what is that? Oh, no, it's not a heavy. It's headed out to Detroit, but I knew exactly what it was by the roar of the engines. It's Delta 757 here. Going to Detroit. They have a distinct grumble when they take off, much like the L-1011s used to have. There's only one remaining L-1011 left. Can you believe that? So unfortunate. It's a great plane. First plane to have like zero visibility, like you could land in 0-0 conditions. It would take you down to the runway. That was the very first plane that did that. Commercial plane. Okay, so next up, yeah, that was our LAX flight. This is 737-800. They are currently 4 miles out. I can see them. They're a little bit of a speck there. Thanks for everybody joining in. Really appreciate it. Make sure if you want to chat, just hit the subscribe button. You can come on in. The weather's nice. The water's warm. And we don't bite here. All right. So they are getting closer and closer here. 2 miles out. 900, 850 feet. This 700, 800, 900 series are all just, I mean, they've been around forever. This aircraft's 13 years old, the one that just flew over us. And, you know, the technology on them is it's changed so radically with the MAX series. It's kind of nuts. But the whole thing about the MAX series is that, you know, once you get type rated for the MAX, you can switch between them. And, of course, everybody's ordering. They don't sell the regular 7, 8, or 900 series anymore. But it is interesting, though. The demand for 737s is kind of incredible. So much so that they converted the old 747 line up at the Everett plant, which is about an hour north of where we are right now, into 737 manufacturing. That happened just about a month ago.
Right on Echo, Tango November, hold short, 34 center. Tower Delta 143, J-Lon 34 left.
Delta 143 Heavy, Cell Tower, wind 3206, runway 34 left, good line.
Cleared to land, 34 left, Delta 143.
All right. So this is 175 from Boise. I don't know why I say it like that. I always say it like that. It's kind of silly. But anyway, this is 175 from Boise. They've been, it's an hour flight. Really short. Try and drive there. It takes a lot longer.
Tower Transport 9703 Heavies with you, ILS 34 left for the auto land.
Oh, there we go. Got a heavy aircraft on approach.
Air Transport 9703 Heavy, Seattle,
Air transport is generally prime air.
Airbus A330 left transport 9703 Heavy.
And I will confirm that in a minute.
Delta 1714, Tower 99.
Okay. Let us see. So we have a Delta flight ahead of time. Oh, from Amsterdam. Oh, yes. We got another heavy coming in. Right on. That's what I'm talking about. So are we gonna have back-to-back heavies? I think we will. Yes. And that's from Anchor. So one from Copenhagen, which is coming in right now. Oh, Amsterdam, sorry. And then that's a Delta flight. That's Delta 143 that's coming in. And we can see it here. We got to do this. Got to do this. Here we go.
Here it comes! Get ready for the heavy!
What's up, Tim Arnold? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you again. You're tuning in at just the right time with the 330 here.
Horizon 2159, hold short, runway 34 center.
Hold short 34 center, Horizon 2159.
Okay. Just a different sound altogether.
2159, 4
Alright, Meyer Tower 199, Horizon 2159.
And so 6 mile separation between the heavies. So the next one coming up is, in fact, a prime air. I didn't know. So when I went live, I didn't realize Pip and I didn't talk this morning, but I didn't realize he was going to be on. I hope he doesn't take it personally. This is my day off from work, so I had to come out here. It's way better than sitting in my studio doing absolutely nothing. So I decided to come out. So the nice thing about YouTube is you can have both channels going at the same time. You watch 4 or 5 different streams. I mean, I don't know if you can, but it's kind of like Red Zone for aviation, right? But yeah, I mean, we're just, we're all in this together. We're all watching together.
November, hold short, runway 34 center.
Echo, Tango, November, hold short of 34 center, Delta 143.
He might be wondering why I'm not moderating his channel right now. Okay, so we have a 767-300 series ER, which is configured as a freighter. This is coming from Anchorage. I'm not going to do the heavy Stinger again because that's 2 in a row and that gets annoying after a while. So I sympathize with you.
Seattle Tower, wind 3305, runway 34 left, cleared line.
Left, twin line 34 left, that's 2074.
Alaska 637, Seattle Tower, runway 34 left, cleared line.
Clear line 34 left, Alaska.
This 767 is 38 years old.
Alaska 637, caution turbulence for the Heavies 767.
Tim, I think that's older than you, buddy.
Alaska 637, we'll do.
I mean, it's almost as old as Pip.
119.9er, monitor Delta 143.
Seattle Tower, Wildlife 2.
Wildlife 2, Seattle Tower.
Wildlife 2 at Signature, classing operations on Tango and interconnecting taxiways.
Wildlife 2, proceed on Tango and interconnect.
Wildlife 2 proceeding on Tango and interconnects.
So this is old school 767. There we are, prime air. That's cool. We'll be able to see a bunch of heavies one after another, especially after getting spoon-fed little trinkets of E175s. And I did like the Dash 8s the other night. I thought that was kind of cool because the Dash 8s you don't see much anymore. And it's nice to be able to see them from time to time. Okay, so we do have, this is a 737 MAX 9, a 6-year-old plane coming from Phoenix. There they are.
Transport 9703 Heavy, turn right at Echo, hold short on 34 center.
All right, on Echo and short 34 center, transport 9703 Heavy. Tower Alaska 63 left.
Alaska 60, Seattle Tower, 12905, runway 34 left, good line.
Line 34 left, Alaska 60.
Transport 9703 Heavy, monitor Tower 14949.
There they go.
Transport 9703 Heavy, monitor Tower 119.
Tim, your old hometown. I have no idea how hot it is right now, but I'm guessing it is hotter than it is here in Seattle.
Look up Seattle frame from Charlie's, now current altimeter 2998.
All right. Now, what's up? Another Phoenix flight. And this is a 220. This is a Delta. A220. It's coming in. A220 high bypass turbofan engines make this thing very quiet in the grand scheme of things. I mean, it's still putting out thousands of pounds of thrust, so it's not silent, but it is much more quiet.
Echo Tango Juliet, hold short 34 center, Alaska 637.
Much more quiet than even the 737 series. Or the only thing that it really is louder are some of the corporate jets. They're just with the smaller engines. They're loud. All right, and they are 2 miles out. There they are.
to Ericsson.
Sorry about that. Got to put it in private mode. Or do not disturb mode, I guess. All right. Perfect. Let me do that right now so that I do not get another. Let's see. Focus. Do not disturb. There we go. We're not going to hear that again. My apologies for getting blasted in the air. Okay.
Blue line, 66, Bravo.
Horizon Air 2114, just hold short taxiway Mike for now. Or, correction, Horizon 2114,
Okay.
just hold at Beam Lima for
Coming
now.
up next.
Okay, Beam Lima, Horizon 2114.
Alaska
We've got
285.
from Alaska. We've got
285.
my Squatty Potty 700, 737-700. I call it that because it's just kind of a short.
You're released at 1910, so pull a left line.
Short version
You have a few minute wait.
All right, left line
of
ready, Alaska 655.
The 737 series. The Max 7 looks the exact same.
2276. Cargo
squished.
ramp approaching the hold spot.
Kind of reminds me, if you've been around long enough, you probably have seen, or you can look it up. You can look it up. Just Google search it. The 747 SP reminds me of that. It's like somebody just decided, okay, we're going to scale it along this axis and take out this many windows, and boom, new airplane. That's what the 737-700 looks like to me.
1428 Seattle ground, standby for sequence.
1320, roger.
And for those standing by for traffic, we're waiting, standing by for sequence. We're just waiting on crossing traffic, and then we'll get everyone moving.
There we are. The Squatty Potty 700.
Frontier 2276, Charlie.
Hope everybody's having as good of a Monday as I am. This is weird to have the day off. Just work scheduled me this way, and it's like, okay, I'm going to the airport. So that's.
Goes 168 Foxtrot.
I got, normally I don't get Mondays off. I don't know why this week. I think it's because we have a meeting later next week, like an all hands meeting, and so they had to shift around people's hours and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm just here for the paycheck. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Okay, from Salt Lake City, this is a 737-900.
Runway 34 right, taxi via Bravo.
34 right via Bravo.
Alaska 798. I'm sorry, 796.
Horizon 2114, give way to company exiting the whiskey lane.
Okay, we'll give way to them. Do you want us on ramp, Horizon 2114?
Delta 143, Seattle ground, 88 via Bravo, contact south ramp.
Bravo to 88 south ramp, Delta 143.
Lock.
Alaska 637, 55 via Bravo, contact north ramp.
55 via Bravo, north ramp, Alaska 657, see ya.
All right.
Horizon 2114, continue
just keep
taxi,
on
contact
coming.
north ramp, good day.
Now we have a flight from Houston. This is United 2205, 737-800 series.
Ground United 2293, we're ready to taxi with information, Charlie.
Why did they switch me to ground? That's why. That's weird. Instead of west. That's what we want. So if you, like I said, I'm using the ATC app to do the air traffic control broadcast. Definitely check it out if you're interested, because the way it allows you to switch frequencies, and it's super easy to monitor things. They're slowly growing, not slowly, I think they're actually going kind of fast, but the number of airports that they've got coverage of, Seattle being one of them, obviously, but they have DFW, they've got LAX, they've got a bunch of Chicago here, they've got a bunch.
1311, cell tower, wind 2904, runway 34 left, clear line.
Clear land 34 left, Alaska 1311.
So again, this is 737-800, all the way from Texas, Houston, Texas.
Seattle, Alaska 1468, visual, 34 left.
Lost 1468, Seattle Tower 12905, runway 34 left, cleared line.
Clear land 34 left, Alaska 1468.
Hopefully, so 2 things I promised to fix from the last stream was no dust on the lens, because it was way in there. It was actually on the inside of the lens. Had to get that out. And then the other thing is to fix the frame rate. And everything looks like, I'm just monitoring the channel now. It looks like everything's moving a little bit more smoothly. There's not a lot less choppiness, which is good. We like that. Hope everybody's enjoying the stream. This is and coming up next, we have a flight from San Jose. Again, this is 737-800. This is Alaska 1311 that's out there in the distance. They are currently on a 4-mile final for runway 34 left here at Seattle.
Tower Alaska 232 miles out.
I can already see the plane behind them, which is good. That means that the sun conditions are getting a little bit better, but that the sun is like beating right down on my bald spot right now. So that's kind of killing me.
Tango November, hold short on 34 center.
Tango November, short 34 center, 2205.
There they are.
2205, monitor tower, 119.9.
1990, 2205.
And then right after that, from Smurf, Sacramento, we have an Alaska 737 MAX 9 right out on the heels of this flight that's arriving. And right behind them is like a 172. It's like Rainier Aviation is right behind them. That's something you don't see very frequently. Again, the next one, they're 2 miles out at this point, 4 miles out. Let's see if we can find them. Ooh. Man, what a great day. I mean, Saturday was awesome as far as like weather. And I'm assuming that if I were to stay here until the wee hours of the evening, it would probably be similar, but unfortunately, I don't have that opportunity, so we're going to go as long as we can. But yeah, we've definitely got a healthy dose of aircraft coming in here.
34 center, Alaska 1311.
Alaska 1311, monitor tower 119.9.
Alaska 1311, good day.
All right, I'll take a look here real quick. Okay. Sorry, just had to do a quick check, make sure I had no emergencies. Okay, so this is from Sacramento. Alaska 468. Is that right? 468, yes, it is. 737 MAX 9.
2207, visual
2207, Seattle Tower, 13004, runway 34 left, clear line.
Clear to land, 34 left, horizon 2207.
I don't know if you've been watching for any length of time, you probably sense a theme here, and that is Alaska Airlines, because this is where they are headquartered. Believe it or not, fun fact, Alaska Airlines is not headquartered in Alaska. It's headquartered in Seattle. But clearly, they have a lot of activity between here and Alaska. Matter of fact, one day, I'm planning to take a flight up to Anchorage, set up, do a live stream from there, and then fly back. If I could do it in the same day, that would be rad. It's a 3-hour flight or so up to Anchorage from here. So, and the flights are not really early or really late, so I may have to end up spending the night. I'm not sure, but I know Alaska's got a lot of cargo traffic, and I'd love to get up there just to catch some heavies. Okay, so all the way from Newark, New Jersey. Wish I had the Sopranos theme on my little device here, but I do not. And if you haven't watched The Sopranos, you're missing out. It's a great show. The ending was pretty controversial, but we're here to talk about planes. Okay, coming up after this is a 175 from Portland. Again, just a short hop, skip, and a jump. They've only been in the air for all of 25 minutes. And they're on a 4-mile final. So they'll be, it's a half-hour flight between here and Portland.
Visual 34 left.
That's 112 Juliet, Seattle Tower, 12406, runway 34
Feel free
left,
to chat in the chat box. Love to, have some company. So I'm not just talking to myself. I look like kind of silly out here, just standing here in the middle of wherever I am, and and having
Juliet, hold short, 34 center, Alaska.
Just kind of sitting here looking at everything. So feel free to introduce where you're watching from. I'd love to see where people are watching from because that's always interesting to me. That's one of the cool things about YouTube is that it gives you the opportunity to tune in to parts of the world that you maybe never been to before and watch it live, and it's pretty amazing. Okay, so this is a 175 from Portland, as I mentioned. See the cloud coverage starting to break up just a tad, but it's still supposed to be cloudy for most of the day. Let's see what we see. Okay, so coming up next. Another flight, I believe it's from Montana. It's operated by Hawaiian Airlines under the Alaska flag. Alaska 2207. Of course, a 175. Here we go with the 175s again. I mean, I'll take it. Don't get me wrong. I'd rather have 175 traffic than no traffic, but it just gets a little monotonous sometimes.
Go 3018. Turn right there at Echo, and then right on Tango. Your gate's still occupied, so on Tango, hold short of Papa.
There's something that I hear quite a bit here in Seattle. I mean, a lot, and this is on a daily basis. Your gate is occupied. I hear a lot of that. I don't get a lot of that. I hear a lot of that, and I wonder about that. I wonder about the timing and everything with the scheduling and whatnot. If I'm on a flight that's 30 minutes long and I have to wait 15 minutes, okay, that's no big deal, right? But if you're on a flight that's 10 hours plus, and then you taxi off and you're like, oh God, I gotta stretch my legs, walk a little bit, get the blood circulating going again, and blah, blah, blah. And then you're waiting on the ramp for 30 minutes. Ugh. Man, that's just, it feels like forever too. I'm sure a lot of you who watch have seen that before. And, I've been a part of that. I've had that happen to me multiple times, and it's just so frustrating. It's like, I just want to get off the plane, man. But somehow, for one reason or another, the gate is not opened up. So you do hear a lot of that in Seattle, and I'm not really sure why. That just happens. Okay, so let me guess. Yep, 175 from Vancouver. Now, Vancouver is one of those interesting. When I say Vancouver, I mean Vancouver, Canada, not Washington, because that would be silly. That's Portland, basically.
Tower 99 horizon 2207.
So you get these flights from Vancouver, and I can totally respect the people who take these flights, because crossing the border here in Washington State, and I'm pretty sure it's the same on any major border crossing, can be a long time, especially in the summer months when everybody's traveling. Everybody's driving different places and things like that. You get a lot of that. So what is probably a 3-hour drive can take 4 or 5 hours with the border crossing. Just really depends on the day. So compare that to a 40-minute flight, 38-minute flight. Yeah, I'll take the flight because you get pre-cleared by customs before you even leave in Vancouver, or if you're flying out of Toronto or whatever. So yeah, it's definitely the right choice there. Good call by those folks who take the flights down. Of course, if you're connecting with flights that are going to other countries, a lot of international departures and arrivals here in Seattle. And now we have a little bit of a load.
112 Juliet, turn right at
We do have another plane coming in, though.
Charlie.
And it's another 175.
November.
From Lewiston.
November, hold short on the 34 center.
All right, Zulu, Charlie, Tango, November, at November, hold short, 34 center.
They were scheduled to leave at 9 o'clock, but they got delayed to 10:28, so a 90-minute delay.
2,500,
90 minutes.
Final.
Had a couple of 1-6 guys, 3749, Seattle
Anyway,
Tower 1280.
this is Delta 3749.
34 left, cleared land, Coast 3749.
705, Seattle Tower, wind 2806, running 34 left, cleared line.
Clear land, 34 left.
So I can count right now, based on what I'm seeing with my aged, my seasoned eyes, I can count 2 aircraft on final, which jives with what I'm seeing on flight radar. So coming up after the 175 is, I'm going to roll the dice and say 170. No, it's not. Oh, we got a special livery coming up next. West Coast Wonders livery. This is a 737 MAX 9 right after this 175. So, yay, we get some variety.
Coast 112 Juliet, you can make the left turn at Echo now, hold short on the 34 center, and monitor tower 119.9.
Left turn, Echo, hold short, 34 center, over to tower 929, Scale 112, Juliet.
Tower, Alaska 765, checking in, visual 34 left.
Alaska 765, Seattle Tower 1207, running 34 left, clear line.
Okay, clear land, 34 left, Alaska 765.
Cool, cool, cool. Look, even if it's a 175, to be able to get that close to a landing aircraft, I don't care what you say. It's kind of cool. All right. So like I said, we got a special livery coming up, and then an Anchorage flight. See, there you go, from Alaska. Alaska Airlines from Alaska. But this special livery is coming from Oakland. So we'll get it. It's going to be a little bit silhouetted until it passes behind us, but you'll be able to see it. Looks beautiful on flight radar. It's a pretty interesting looking plane. Here we go.
Tower left, 666, Iowa, 34 left.
666, Seattle Tower, wind 2807, running 34 left, good line.
34 left, third line left, 666.
There it is. Look at that.
Tango, November,
Birdie.
hold short, 34 center.
Tango, November, hold short, runway 34 center, Skywest 3749.
Okay. Back out they go.
Got 3749 monitor tower.
Let's see. Next up, like I said, we have a 737-900ER from Anchorage. 10-year-old airplane. This is Alaska 785 or 765, sorry. And yeah, they've been in the air for 3 hours. So yeah, like I was saying, about a 3-hour flight from Anchorage down to here. You lose an hour heading down to Seattle because the Alaska time zone is one time zone later.
705, turn right at Echo, then text via Tango Juliet, hold short on 34 center.
Echo, Tango, Juliet, short 34 center, Alaska 705.
Here they are.
705, we're showing Charlie 18 frigate, looks like that one's still occupied. Monitor tower 119.9er, they'll have it 12 feet away.
99, thanks.
Seattle Tower, run the show forward and my final
So, talking about special liveries, I wasn't, but let's talk about special liveries. Alaska does have one of their aircraft painted like a salmon, and they usually use that particular plane to go up during the like Copper River salmon season and bring down the first catch of the season in that 737. And of course, the pilot walks out, he or she walks out onto the air stairs and holds up this salmon, and it's just kind of like this ritual almost that happens here. And it's interesting. I mean, I don't necessarily,
good afternoon.
you know, salmon. I take it or leave it. I'm not a huge fan, but it's a big deal up here.
Nice call, 34 left, United 13.
As is Dungeness crab, but it is kind of a fun thing to watch.
Alaska 765, taxi via Echo Tango Juliet, hold short on 54 center.
Echo Tango Juliet, hold short of the center, Alaska 765.
Alaska 765, monitor tower, 119.9.
19.9, we'll see you.
I'm not really sure how long I'm going to be out here today. Maybe, blah, blah, blah. Let's see, it's 12:15, 12:20. Maybe another hour, hour and a half. Just really depends. Well, fully charged up. So I'm pretty good in terms of battery, and it's more of my, you know, just looking and see what's coming in. We had our fair share of heavies earlier. We've had, let's see, we've had British Airways, we've had Korean Air. Actually, I don't think I broadcast the Korean Air. No, did I? I did. And we had the Prime Air 767. We had a decent number of heavies come through already. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see how things go. It really just comes down to my my own stamina, if you want to call it that. All right, so next up, Aeromexico. These guys have been flying. They're from Guadalajara. They've been flying. Well, they're not from Guadalajara. They're coming from Guadalajara. I don't know where these people are from originally. 737 MAX 8. They've been flying for about 4.5 hours. So I'm sure they're ready to get off. Okay. All right, that's what was going on. Our tracking was having some issues. Yeah, we're just doing some midday streaming today. Figured I'd get out here. It's a decent enough day, and we got a little bit of a, you know, kind of a thin layer of clouds up high, and so it's starting to break up. So, you know, that's gonna it's gonna go away real quick. I'm gonna start cooking, but hey, man, if Seattle flights, oh, okay, don't do that, people. Wow, people are just not being nice to each other right now. All right. I'll take a look at that Lufthansa, because that would be cool, because I haven't heard them call in yet, though.
Airmex 492, turn right Echo, then taxi via Tango, November.
Not sure why my phone doesn't like to talk to it.
Tango, November, hold short 3,
come on,
4,
come on, get in focus. Get in focus, folks. There we go. All right, so
I'm off the movement area.
I left you ready.
This is from Newark. United 1330.
Tower Delta 2995.
737 MAX 8.
Delta 2995, Seattle Tower, wind 260, niner, running to the left. Aeromexico 492, monitor tower, 119.9.
119.9, 490.
We shall see about Lufthansa. You know, the other night they did us dirty. But 737 MAX 9. from Salt Lake City. Let's see if that helps a little bit. That's definitely what's happening. It's cooking right now. We'll see if this works. I'm gonna put it in the shade right here. That's basically, it was getting blasted by the sun. That's basically, it was getting blasted by the sun. We'll see if that works. If it doesn't, we will see. Something here to keep the hotspot elevated, but in the shade. Let's see if we can do that. 1 second. The joys of live streaming. Never know what's that? Life is like a box of chocolates. Live streaming is like a box of chocolates. It's not really set up to. Well, that's how you lose people real quick. The shade, real quick. The shade, so that we don't overheat. Don't overheat. Let's see if we can do this. Really, it's just the sun hitting my equipment that's causing this problem more than anything else. All right. See if that, no, is that gonna work? No, probably not. Whoop. There we go. Come on, man. Okay. We are gonna see what we can, okay, I just lost one microphone. That's no big deal. We're back. We're gonna get back. There we go. Thanks for your patience through all this. Just trying to fix things up for you. This is going to force an Amazon purchase, I think, later today. Got to buy myself a little umbrella for all the equipment. Yeah, 175. We knew that was coming. All right. Looks like we might be okay. Actually, I found another spot for my hotspot. We'll see how that goes. See what I did there? Hotspot. Spot for my hotspot. Thank you very much. I'll be here for another little hour. Try the veal. Oh, fun, 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 fun. Okay, that is definitely not working like I wanted it to. So we're going to try this. Looks like, I mean, it looks like we've got a signal. So if feel free to comment in the chat if you're seeing the lagginess kind of stop. But if not, let me know, because I mean, I do have a cooler here, and I can put it in the cooler. And that hopefully will keep, I just don't want it to interfere with the signal all that much. But let me know. I'm going to just kind of pan around here a little bit and see what I get. All right. Okay, we're going to try and get our internet back here on our, or not internet, we have the internet. We're trying to get our sound back. See what that's about. Huh. Still connecting, or trying to. Not sure what that's about. I wonder if my my little roadcaster is overheating. I guess it's possible, but I'm going to assume that it would tell me something. But it is warm. It's very warm. It's actually really hot. So that would make sense why we might have lost some stuff. Let's just keep, we're going to keep troubleshooting. Not connected, I know. We might lose ATC for a little bit. That's okay. Okay, we'll take that out, put that back on. All right, what's coming up next here? This is Alaska flight from Las Vegas, aka Lost Wages. And I think what happens here is that a lot of the equipment that us live streamers use out in the wild, I think what's happening is it's not really designed to be under direct sunlight, which is, you know, you think about it, the summer, the sun is at its highest point, right? And I think that's what's happening here is that I'm just finding my equipment not quite weather tested, but I'm going to make this work. I'm definitely going to make this work. And yeah, it's definitely. Coming up here from Vancouver is a 175, E175. And I'm just going to let this guy pass by as I continue to troubleshoot where our internet, or Bluetooth specifically, is misbehaving. So I want our ATC back. And we may have to make some adjustments. Let's see. We will just continue to show. Sorry about that. I want to show the sky. This might be one of those shows that we just, due to technical difficulties, we might have to call it. But I'm seeing the internet seems to be okay, at least on my end. I'm just gonna see if we catch this flight coming in. We're just not getting any ATC at the moment, but that's okay. I can figure that out. It's based on what I'm seeing here. It's updating pretty quickly, so I think the biggest challenge now for me at this point is figuring out where did my ATC go? All right, let's try this again. Normally, you would think the equipment would tell you, hey, you know what? You're overheating, dude. I don't get any of that today. Interesting. All right, let's take a look. Oh, hello. That should be better. All right. Test 1, 2, 3. Okay, there I am. I'm back. Not really sure what happened there. That was odd. I think maybe the system itself is just it's having some issues, and that is probably due to the heat. That's okay. But we are getting I get a lot more traffic noise than I recall having before. So I'm going to have to tamp that down. Yep, I think it's just we're dealing with some overheating issues. That's probably what's happening. It's okay. I mean, I can still hear myself and I can still hear the stream, so I guess that's a good thing. Yep, but I can already tell that it's okay. You know what? I'm gonna, just for the sake of troubleshooting and everything, I'm gonna call it for today. Thank you so much for joining in. I appreciate it, but I think it's the heat and everything else is kind of giving us some issues. But if I can come back on, I will be back on. I just want to get everything fixed up, because obviously this is not a great experience for you guys, and it's not a great experience for me either. So we're gonna call it, and then if I can come back on, just check back and see if we're on again. And again, I really appreciate everybody's patience. We're going to get this heating issue fixed up, and then hopefully I will be back shortly. All right. Thanks, guys.
Right, contact ramp.
Cross 34 right, then ramp.
All right, we're back.
Horizon 2013, crossing through.
Not sure what happened, but we're back.
Alaska 238, crossing through right on the ground.
Cross 34 right, contact ground.
So what did I do? I'm using my laptop screen as a shade for the equipment. Hopefully that's enough to get us back to where we were. We'll see.
3824 November, crossing through right on the ground.
Cross 34 right, ground, Skywards 3824.
We're going to see.
3220, contact departure.
Skywards 3220.
Keep an eye out.
Horizon 2262, back taxi run 34 center, kilo, hold front run 34 right.
We're just gonna
Alright, back taxi on 34 center, kilo, hold short 34 right, Horizon 2262.
Alright, well, hey, welcome back. I think I fixed things. Well, we'll see. I hate to be so confident as to say, oh, we fixed it, because I know that usually the best laid plans end up just, I can already tell that my solution is going to be just enough to get me in a lot of trouble if I decide to do anything with this setup here. So we'll keep running as long as I can. But I've got most of my equipment in the shade now, so we'll fingers crossed. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so it's back to the regular scheduled programming. We have a flight coming in from Edmonton. That is a E175. The only thing I'm worried about is the microphone for my camera, which is capturing the audio of the aircraft. Actually, the cable itself is actually kind of short, so that's getting stretched. And if it pulls, anyway, I don't want to bore you with the details, but if it gets pulled too much, it might take my laptop, which is acting as an umbrella for my equipment right now, and take it to the ground. We don't want that to happen. So, but I do appreciate those of you coming back so quickly. Thank you so much. You are watching Go Flying, and the comedy of errors that I've had today has just been insane. Sometimes you just kind of you plan for something and it just doesn't work out like you expected it to. Anyway, this is like I said, 175 from Edmonton, Alaska Airlines.
34 right, clear for takeoff left.
There we go. Got him. Okay, I think I see one potential area of failure that I'm gonna fix right now. So we're gonna lose our ambient audio for a second. And then, as we do that, I'm gonna reroute my cable. This is all technical jargon that you guys really don't have to care about, but I'll get that back in. There we go. All right, it's looking good. Everybody's seeing. I mean, with the exception of no airplanes on the screen right now. Let's take a look at our internet here. Not the internet, but our different camera angle. See if that's working okay.
Alaska 273 on the 34 right, clear for takeoff.
34 right, cleared for takeoff, Alaska 273.
Southwest 3081, Seattle-Tacoma 34 right, line up weight.
Yep, it looks like we've got both our camera views. Everything seems to be okay there. So, anyway, welcome back in. And the funny part is that I was only planning on streaming for another hour or so. So, you know, we're going to keep rolling with it, though. This is, you know, when life throws you lemons, you make lemonade. That's what I'm doing. I made some lemonade. Lemonade sounds really good on a hot summer day. Anyway. Okay, so next up is a flight from Santa Ana. Like I said earlier in the show, the Santa Ana flights, LAX, SFO, generally 737s, usually of the MAX variants, but this one happens to be at 800.
Join Mike on short of hold short 34 right United 14.1.
657, cruise traffic, no factor contact departure.
And don't be shy. Head on into the chat and say howdy. I always love chatting with people in between the flights.
Southwest 3616, Southwest 34 right, line of weight.
34 right, line of weight, Southwest 3616.
I know it says you have to subscribe if you want to chat. You can always unsubscribe if you don't want to stay a subscriber. That's fine. But love chatting with people. If you have any questions about where we are, we are on. If you have questions about the airport, we are at 34 left approach into Seattle International, and channels go flying. And we are waiting on our next arrival, which is a American Airlines flight 520 from Chicago. We've had a decent stream so far. We've had our fair mix of heavies and
12608 on 348, clear takeoff.
34
smaller commuter aircraft like B-175s and A320s.
34 right, line of weight, Delta 2914.
These guys have been flying for about 4 hours. Hope everybody's having a great Monday, or as good as you can have on a Monday. I just happen to have the day off. I'm not really sure why, but here I am.
Alaska 1477, traffic on a position.
Okay, so what's coming up next here? From San Luis Obispo, a.k.a. Slow.
Southwest 3616.
This is, of course, a 175.
1700 and Boeing's a 73.
Stay with you, Southwest 3616.
This is in honoring those who've served special livery. If you haven't seen that livery, we've had it on the channel a couple of times already. And they have it on 737s, and they also have it on the E175. And that's what is going chewing. That's what we're about to see.
Delta 2914, return right, clear takeoff.
Report right, clear for takeoff, Delta 2914.
You're listening to the wrong frequency. There we go. Back to
Aircraft data stealth, current wind 27008.
All right, so special livery E175 from San Luis Obispo. Coming up. Anyway, as I was mentioning before we were rudely disconnected, I think I'm going to get myself a little umbrella for the equipment so that when I'm on days like today where the sun is literally beating straight down on me, we can still stream without everything overheating. That would be great. They clearly do not make this equipment for live streamers who stream out in the wild like we're doing right now. But it's all makes the show a little bit more interesting when the host is scrambling to figure out what's going wrong. It's kind of a comedy of errors. Okay, so we got a little bit of a lull in the action here. I'm sure we're going to get some aircraft coming in pretty soon.
On Q4 still occupied. Just ran this frequency. I'll have to move you around here a bit.
Okay, we show Quebec 2, but we'll check with company. Rise 2133.
Yeah, why don't you get back to me on that?
Let's see what flights we got coming in. Here, let's do this together. Let's go see what flights we got coming in into SeaTac. Make this a little, I don't want to do that. I want to make this a little bit wider. There we go. Let us take a look at our arrivals schedule. Okay. Wow, we got an Anchorage flight that's delayed, big time delayed, 3 hours. Let's see, a bunch of landed, delayed, landed. Okay. So we definitely have our fair share of, looks like mostly 737s, maybe this Delta flight that's delayed. Yep, that's a 757, got that coming in. 757s used to be a dime a dozen, now they're kind of a rare bird, so to speak. Oh, we have an Emirates that is, oh, come on. Oh, well, that's not too bad. An hour from now, got an Emirates, that's more than likely a 777, yep. That is a 777-300 ER that's coming in. So if we can stick around till then, that would be awesome sauce. Of course, then again, we don't know which runway they're going to be landing on, and coming over from Dubai, they're probably going to be set up for the right side of the field. But that really depends on what TRACON's up to and how busy we are with our inbound. So we will see how that all pans out. Thanks a lot to everybody who has joined in, and especially for those of you who joined in, went through the journey that we did, which was the live stream having to stop for a moment so we could figure out what the technical glitches were and then get right back on it. So I want to thank you for that. And then for everybody that's new that's coming in, welcome to Go Flying. We are here in Seattle, and this is our home base. We typically stream from Seattle International. We also stream from Boeing Field, and every now and then, if there's something fun coming into Payne Field, which is up in Everett, and that's the large Boeing facility up there where they manufacture the 777X and the 737 now, we'll stream from there from time to time. So it really just comes down to what's around and what's flying and, you know, all that good stuff. So it's today we're going to, you know, we'll be set up here on the left side on the south end of the field for the remainder of the stream. And next one, we don't know. That's the beauty of this. But there are a lot of airports here. Of course, there's Renton, which is not too far from where we are. If you pull up flight radar, you can see where the airports I'm referring to. But Renton is where they build predominantly, well, not predominantly, that's all they build there is a 737. So yeah, you get a good mixture of airports here. Of course, Seattle International being the big one in terms of the amount of volume, the traffic, and whatnot. But certainly, we get a lot of aircraft in to Boeing Field too that are rare birds that you gotta see. If the stream that we did after they had the U.S. match, the U.S. men's team at the World Cup, we saw a huge exodus of biz jets from Boeing Field. It was nonstop for about 3 hours. And we had the Nike jet there, the Nike corporate jet. And we had Paris Hilton, her jet. She was apparently was at the match.
Tower wind 270 at 9er, runway 34 left, clear to land.
34 left, clear to land, Skywest 3802.
Okay, so still waiting on our next flight in. The only thing I can think of, they're not doing a traffic, no, they're not shifting flow. I wonder what was going on here. We just have, I do see an aircraft on approach, which is good. That's good news. And that is a United flight. And it is a 320. That is 30 years, almost 30 years old. I round up. When you get to my age, you round up. You know, if it says 28 years, it's 30 years old. Monday fun day. I hope everybody's having a good Monday. I know that I am. For those of you who do follow the channel or want to follow the channel, just a heads up, we will be we'll be live streaming what's called Seafair here in Seattle next 2 weeks from now. There is where we're going to be streaming from is directly on the ramp at Boeing Field. So we'll have unblocked access to the runways there, and we're going to be able to stream the Blue Angels arriving and departing
on Juliet, hold short of runway
from
34 center.
Boeing Field. So
On Juliet, hold short,
really
34
cool.
center, right,
Looking forward to it. I think we did it last year, and I had a really good time, and I know everybody that tuned in enjoyed it as well. So we're going to do that again this year, and we're going to set up, look for that to come. You need to subscribe to get notified about it, but look for that to get posted relatively soon. We're just trying to figure out which day we're going to go. It'll either be a Saturday or a Sunday. It could even be Friday. All right, so here's our flight from San Francisco, A320 United Airlines.
Tower Skywest 3881, ALS 34 left.
Skywest 3881, Seattle Tower, wind 260 at 7, runway 34 left, clear to land.
34 left, clear to land, Skywest 3881.
Like I said, I hope everybody's having a great Monday. Mondays are not usually my day off, but for some reason I got today off, so I took advantage of it, headed out to the airport. Okay, coming up next, we do have a flight from Portland. This is a 30-minute flight. They've only been in the air 25 minutes. But the thing is, I've talked with this. We actually talked about this the other night when we were doing the live stream from the exact same spot here. The amount of time that it takes to drive to the airport, check your bags, wait for the plane to depart, plane departs, and then you get back to Seattle, and then you got to go, if you don't have a car here waiting for you, then you got to either take the train or get a rental car, or somebody's going to pick you up. But all in all, it's almost a wash to fly from Portland to Seattle unless you're connecting. That makes sense. But otherwise, it's like, just drive. It's a 3-hour drive, and it's not a bad drive either. But in any case, this is another 175.
Good afternoon. I'm on the west side of 34 left. I'd like to access the runway safety area.
And it seems like my little makeshift shade is working, because I'm looking at the preview of the live stream and everything seems to be nice and smooth. So that's a good sign. That's a really good sign.
3081, there will be personnel in the safety area to the west of the runway.
Okay, another 175 from Sacramento coming up. And, sorry, I'm just grabbing my lunch here. I got this Wagyu beef jerky from Costco. It's so good. Oh, God, so good.
Seattle Tower, Delta 648, visual 34 left.
Delta 648, Seattle Tower, wind 250 at 7, runway 34 left, clear to land.
Clear land 34 left, Delta 648.
Okay, so
taxi Tango November.
So this is SkyWest 3881 operating under the Delta Airlines flag that's out there in the distance right now.
SkyWest 3802, monitor tower 119.9, negative 8.
199, SkyWest 3802.
And let's see, that flight, they are on a 4-mile final, so they look like a little speck in the sky at the moment. It's such a tiny plane. I'm glad my internet's not lagging anymore. That was driving me crazy. Okay, let's see, after our Delta flight, now it's going to kind of get quiet again for at least a moment. Oh, nope. We have another Delta flight, 321 from Atlanta, 321 Neo to be specific. Oh, that's good. A little variety. we're going to come right back around. And that 321 is, what are they? Oh, they're in a 7-mile final. They're a little ways away out. What's really fascinating, if you look at all of the Seattle airports, like I was mentioning before, you got, of course, Seattle International, you got Renton, you've got Payne Field, and then you also have Boeing Field. They all have kind of a northwest orientation.
3081, Tango Juliet.
And a lot of that is due to the prevailing winds that sweep through the area. We get a lot of winds that come through
Tango Juliet,
from the north to south, or from the south to north too. That
3081, monitor tower, 119.9
all the airports are kind of aligned. That's just the way they roll. The one exception being Boeing Field, where it's a little bit skewed in a northwest southeast lineup, and that's largely because it's in a valley, and that valley channels the wind through the two sides of the valley, and as a result, the winds are almost always down the runway. If there is a crosswind landing, it's not common. It does happen, of course, but it's not as common as having those winds almost straight down the runway. So it makes it a very easy airport to depart and arrive at if you're a pilot. Okay, so they are now on a 3-mile final. Again, this is a 321 Neo all the way from Atlanta. Growing up in New Orleans, Atlanta is our arch rival in terms of NFL teams, the Falcons and the Saints. We don't really like each other, but that's just kind of a manufactured rivalry. Truth is, the Saints are better. This is the way it is. I kid. If you're from Atlanta, Atlanta's a great town.
Echo is now current, altimeter 997.
Looks like our internet is holding up, which I'm thrilled about, as is our Bluetooth audio for our lovely ATC. And we have we have a 220 from Austin coming up, another Delta flight. This is 1684. They are on a 10-mile final, so they're out there a bit.
Seattle Tower, good afternoon. Delta 1684 is 10 miles out, visual 34 left.
Can I call it, or can I call it?
Wind 2708, runway 34 left.
I just said it.
Clear to land 34 left, Delta 1684.
Delta 648, taxi Tango Juliet, hold short of runway 34 center.
Tango Juliet.
He almost repeated verbatim what I just said.
Center, Delta 648.
Delta 648, showing gate Bravo 1 still occupied, monitor tower on 119.9er, another place to hold.
199 Delta 648.
What's really cool about being a plane spotter kind of out in the open, which is what I'm doing right now, I'm literally along a major road with an intersection here with a towing company, so there's a lot of traffic. A lot of people illegally parked or whatever. Damn, we got that. But the being out here, you get a lot of people looky-loos, right? I mean, my rig is it's kind of a monstrosity. It's got a lot of I got a tripod, big camera, big microphones, all that other stuff, monitors and iPad and all this other stuff. And it looks like a lot, and it is certainly a lot to haul around. But you get a lot of people that they'll smile, and then a lot of people waving, and it's kind of fun. They're just like, what? I don't know what they think I'm doing. Maybe some of them know, but I think it's kind of fun. A little bit of a community. Okay, they are now on a 5-mile final. Of course, they were cleared to land because there's nobody in front of them. We have seen a couple of go-arounds, not today, but we have seen it in the past for sure. And a lot of that is due to the the just traffic spacing, right? There's just sometimes there's just poor spacing by air traffic control, and as a result, what we see is we see people, we see the flights just simply having to go around. And last week when we were here, we saw there's an A330 and a 787. They were just put too close together, and the 787 was gaining on the 330, and the 330 had already touched down, but you can see where that aircraft is right now. That is about 2 miles out. So the 330, which was an SAS 330 from Copenhagen, that did not vacate the runway fast enough. So right about where this aircraft is right now, about 2 miles out, the 787, which I believe was coming from Korea, had to do a go-around, and we did catch that. But I felt bad for those people on the plane. Again, you're on a plane that long, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, nope, you got another 20 minutes on this plane. From Austin, A220.
Tower Sierra 3992, visual 34 left.
I'm curious if there's anybody watching that has the guts to get in the chat.
Runway 34 left, land.
Have you ever been in a go-around, whether it's due to another aircraft or it's due to wind conditions or something like that? I've been in a go-around myself at Denver, a couple of times actually. Not just at Denver, but the one in Denver was pretty obvious. It was just winds. There's a lot of low-level wind shear at the airport at that particular point in time. But I'm curious, if you've been on a commercial jet, or if you're a pilot, or if you have just been in a go-around and didn't know what was going on, all of a sudden you're going back up in the air. You thought you were going to about to land, and
November, hold short
back up in the air.
November, short, center,
1684 monitor tower, 119.9, good day.
That's it.
Oh, that's interesting. We have it took off. So here's what I was talking about earlier. You can see here, we've got a 737 that took off from Renton, where they make the 737s, and it is on its way to Boeing Field. So Boeing Field is right where this Alaska flight is, right here. You can see. I'll zoom in. Okay, and on the north side of the field is where they have the 777X test aircraft. So you see the clusters here of the aircraft, right? You've got down, you see SeaTac, and then you also see Renton, and then you also see, it says White Center, but that is where White Center is, but you can see the clusters of aircraft. So there's 3 airports within a pretty close proximity to each other. And so what this particular 737 is doing, what's up, Randy? Where do they go? They're around here somewhere. Oh, there. Yeah, okay, so he's going to Boeing Field. He or she is going to Boeing Field. All right, so let's see. We do have, from Shanghai, lining up for I believe they're on the left side. No, they are on the right side. Yes, they are on the right side, because there's another aircraft that's probably a small one on the left side. Drives me crazy. Okay, so we do have a flight from Pasco that's coming in. This is a 175. 175 messing up the program with us, because from from Shanghai, we have a 350 on the right side. We'll catch them both. It's fine. I don't like it when Tricon does this to us, but they don't really care what I think.
With you, ILS 34 left.
Southwest 814, Seattle Tower, wind 260 runway 34 left, clear to land.
Clear to land, 34 left, Southwest 814.
So you can see they're kind of both in frame right there, you can see. So left side is going, okay, this is going to sound weird, but the way they're flying, so the left aircraft is for the right runway, the right aircraft is for the left runway. So this is our 175 from Pasco, and then that's the 350 from Shanghai there. So I'm gonna stay focused, because we've seen enough 175s. I think we're kind of done with them. We're not done with them. I get it. But we're gonna kind of stay tuned in on this 350, even though it's way out there. They are, let's see, so our Shanghai flight is currently at 750 feet. So they are, so this is the thing, like I was saying earlier in the stream before we were rudely interrupted by the internet.
Tower Delta 196 is with you.
The runway on 34 right has, its threshold is way further south than 34 left. That's why they're much lower on that side of the field.
On Juliet, hold short of runway 34 center.
Juliet, hold short 34 center, Sky was 3992.
Sky was 3992, monitor tower 119.9.
So that was our Shanghai flight. And another 737-700 squatty potty from Phoenix, this Southwest. Is that 614 or 814? 814. Coming in next. There they are. If you have any questions, shoot them my way. Oh, we're going to be rewarded by another 350 on the right side, right behind them. You can actually see them right there. As long as they don't make them go around. 700, you better keep your speed up, buddy. We need that 350 coming by.
Delta Tower 2231, Geaux. Alright, there 2231, Bill Tower, caution, weak turbulence, following the heavy Airbus 350 now, showing 4.6 miles trail. Wind 260 at 8, runway 34 left, clear to land. 34 left, clear to land.
There's our heavy
2231.
Coming in. They are on a 3-mile final at this point. Okay, so I dissed Drake on a little bit a minute ago. I'll take it back, at least halfway. They did put a heavy on the left side. But I think that was more of a spacing issue than anything else. They do have aircraft that are... So most of the time they use the right side when it's a north flow. They use the right side as the right runway as a departure runway. All right. So all the way from Seoul, South Korea, they've been in the air for 10 hours. They are ready to get off this plane. I know I would be.
Southwest 814, taxi Tango Juliet, hold short of runway 34 center.
And the Southwest is vacated.
34 center, Southwest 814.
Southwest 814, monitor tower 119.9, good day.
That's a good day.
Here they come.
Tower's good with 4130, and I left
4139, tower wind 260, runway 34 left, clear to land.
Clear to land, 34 left, coast 4139.
Okay, so like I said, I take it back. That was a good flyover. At some point, I'm gonna have to do some polls on like what are people's favorite heavy aircraft. It could be current, it could be older aircraft. Like I said earlier, I flew the L-1011. I didn't fly personally, but I flew on the L-1011, and that was one of my favorite aircraft to fly on. But you know that they've retired all the L-1011s, all but one at this point. And as far as like current
196 heavy, turn right,
aircraft,
Echo, hold short, runway 34 center.
I haven't been on a lot of heavies
Echo,
lately.
hold short of 34 center, Delta.
Haven't been doing a whole bunch of traveling. I used to travel a lot for work. I don't do that so much anymore. So
119.9, good day.
Curious what people's favorites are. You can drop in the chat if you want. Okay, so coming up, we have another flight from Boise. This is a 175. Coming in.
Tower Southwest 1340, with it just outside of J-Lon to the left.
Southwest 1340, Settle Tower, wind 260 at 7, runway 34 left, clear to land.
34 left, clear to land, Southwest 1340.
There we go. Lots and lots and lots and lots of 175s up here. All right, I got 3 aircraft on approach.
1340, if you're not already there, reduce your final approach speed.
Respond back, Southwest 1340.
That was 4139, expect to exit at Juliet, traffic behind.
Roger.
So we do have, okay, I see what he's saying here. So we have another 175 from Eugene, and then hot on the heels of that 170. That 175 is going 133 knots. Right behind them is 150 knots southwest. So that's 20 knots.
All right, 2231 on Juliet, hold short of runway 34
That's 20 knots closure on final approach, and they're only going to get slower. So he's definitely gaining on the Delta flight that's coming in right now.
All right, 2231 showing gate Q2 still occupied. Monitor tower on 119.9er. He'll have another place to hold.
119.9er, raise 22.
There they are. Okay, so this is a 175 from Eugene, Oregon.
Last 355, Seattle Tower, wind 260.
All right, and hot on their heels, there's our Southwest flight.
Full up, Alaska 355.
From Midway, from Chi-Town. What a nice Monday. At least here in Seattle, it's a nice Monday. Hello. Okay. All right, sorry about that. There they are.
Tango November short 34 centers goes 4139.
Yep, 4139, monitor tower, 119.9er, good day.
Tower, good day.
Okie doke. Sorry, I'm just reorganizing my lunch bag because I have a little bit of spillage here. Nothing major, but definitely going to need to be cleaned. Okay, what's coming up next here? We got an Alaska flight from, oh, was our Reykjavik flight. So this is a thing here. We have flights from Iceland all the time.
Southwest 1340 on Echo, hold short of runway 34 center.
Short of 34 center and Echo, Southwest 1340.
Southwest 1340, monitor tower, 119.9er, good day.
1990.
Getting a little sun and little sunshade here, which is nice. Definitely appreciate it. Anyway, this is a 737 MAX 8 again from Reykjavik. They've been in the air for 7.5 hours, and again, I think they're ready to get off. They took off at 12:45 local time, traveled many, many time zones, and they're landing at 1:30 in the afternoon. Trippy, huh? So both Alaska and Iceland Air have flights, regular flights to Reykjavik, and it's a daily occurrence here. It's just something that happens here. Okay, we got a little bit of a lull again here. I don't see anything coming up on the radar, so hang tight. There will be more. Our plan is to stick around. There's an Emirates flight that is on the way.
Alaska 355 on Echo, hold short of runway 34 center.
On Echo, hold short of 34 center, Alaska 355.
Let's check out their current arrival time.
Over to 19.9, have a good day, 355.
They are currently delayed till the top of the hour.
Alaska 315, Seattle Tower, wind 2808, runway 34 left, clear to land.
Clear to land, 34 left, Alaska 250.
Let's see if I can pull them up, see where they are exactly. Okay, so they are still over Canada at the moment. Flying down, here, you can take a look. Watch with me. So there they are. There's Vancouver, as you can see on the map. This is a 777-300 ER. And the way they're coming in, it really is going to be a toss-up. But they could, because of the way that they're currently aligned, they may be set up for the left side, the side we're on, which would be completely awesome. But they're not even at Vancouver yet. So yeah, we have a half hour until they get here. And we'll just keep watching and see what we see. All right, let's go back to our main view, which currently doesn't have an aircraft in it. But let's see, what else do we have? Oh, that's Flair Airlines. That's going to Vancouver. Okay, interesting. Flight Radar is my friend. I use this daily. Okay, so coming up, and I see him out there. We do have a 737-700 from Anchorage. Been in the air about 3 hours at this point. They took off at 9 o'clock in the morning. They're getting here at 1:30-ish. You lose an hour, so it's like 10. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. But they're coming up next. It is a nice day here in Seattle. Beautiful, actually. We got some cloud cover, but it acts as a nice filter when you're doing these kinds of shows. It's currently 77 degrees, overcast conditions. Winds are out of the west at 8 knots, 290 at 8 knots. And we're here. We're here for it. And my camera just does not like to focus. Come on, we can do this. You can do it. There we go. So yeah, we're gonna run till the Emirates comes. So we had another half hour or so, and then that's it. That's our show for today. As odd as it was.
Delta 889, Seattle Tower 1270 at Niner.
Unfortunately, eventful in all the wrong ways earlier today. But you know, it is what it is. Just gotta roll with it. Okay. So here's our flight from Anchorage. 737, 700. Need to get up to Anchorage. Just need to get up there. All right. Oh, 757's coming in next. The 757-300 from Minneapolis. Delta 889, sorry. I was just told by Domino's that I earned a free pizza. Oh, nice.
Seattle Tower, Alaska 120 Heavy, visual 34 left, number 2.
34. Ooh, that's good.
Alaska 120 Heavy, Seattle Tower, reduce your final approach speed now. Wind 270 at Niner, runway 34 left, clear to land.
Alaska 120 Heavy, slowing the final approach speed, number 2.
Great. All right, I like what I'm hearing right now. Okay, so now what you can see is we have from Incheon the new Aurora livery 787 Alaska Airlines. They are hot on the heels. Hopefully this isn't a go around because they are right on this Delta.
5's out of the runway safety area of.
So now we're looking at, we got a 757 and a 787 and a 777 all coming in within, well, the 777 is going to be a little bit delayed, but they're all coming in. So it's worth it. If you stayed tuned, if you stuck with it, you're being rewarded right now. There's our 75. 787's right on his butt. You can see it back there.
Tower Scout 6324, visual 34 left.
All right, and then here we go.
Skywest 6324,
Right
Seattle Tower
there.
wind 270 at 9er, crossway turbulence, flying heavy 787, showing
on,
4.9 miles to trail now.
Do what you
Runway
do.
34 left, clear to land.
Clear to land 34 left, Scout 6324. Say again, the wind?
Wind 270 at 9er.
So that
Okay.
Alaska flight is
Fox
currently
Express,
on a
current
2-mile
altimeter
final.
997.
It's a heavy aircraft. Here we go.
Here it comes! Get ready for the heavy!
There we are. From Incheon.
Delta 89
Love
on
that
Echo, hold
new
short of
livery.
1034 center.
Love it,
Monitor
love it,
tower,
love
119.9er.
On Echo, hold short 347 down at 119.9 W8 now.
Good afternoon, Seattle Tower, Horizon 2306, inbound, visual 34 left.
Alright, 2306 Seattle Tower, wind 270
Anybody in the
at 9er,
chat
runway
been on
34
the
left, clear to
new
land.
Alaska 787? I'm
Left,
curious.
Land, Horizon 2306.
I'm trying to catch that flight to Rome on that bird. I have a son who works at Alaska, and I can catch a flight pretty easily for relatively nothing. I'm thinking about going out there. It'd be fun to live stream from Rome. I just don't know if there's any places to set up. I'd have to go look it up. Only hitch is you got to fly on standby, which that can be hard. Let's put it that way.
Heavy, still 28 Sierra Niner outside, turn right on Tango, hold short taxiway in November. Remain on this group.
Go short of November, remain with you, Alaska 120 Heavy.
Okay, my Bluetooth just doesn't want to cooperate either. Fine, be that way. Okay, so now what's coming up, this is interesting. Unusual, but it's American Eagle CRJ from LAX.
Delta 2870, Seattle Tower, wind 270 at 8, runway
These are
34
becoming
left, land.
increasingly
Cleared to land 34 left, Delta
rare.
2870.
Matter of fact, American, I think, is one of the few airlines that still flies the CRJ. I'm pretty sure. What's up, Trucker Norm? How you doing, buddy? Where you be these days?
Tower Ops 5 back with you, requesting access to the runway safety area, 34 left side, full length.
Ops 5, proceed as requested. Traffic.
Let's see, a couple birds lined up. Got the conga line going. Oh, that's so nice. Having that filtered sun. Oh, that's like actually clouds coming up. Okay. I didn't look at the forecast to see if there's going to be any rain today. Wisconsin. Yeah, there's a little get together for pilots.
Skyway 6324,
right
no
now.
delay to Echo.
I don't know if you've seen the
No delay to Echo, Skyway 6324.
like just go up on Instagram and do a search on like a time lapse of all the planes lining up for Oshkosh. It's just insane. It's insane. Okay, so from Pasco 175, this is 2306, Alaska 2306, operating as Alaska, but Horizon Airlines. Trucker Norma, I never knew where you were based out of. I don't know where you call home. So I'm kind of curious. So you just got back from Wisconsin. Back to where? If you don't mind sharing. If you don't want to share, that's cool. That's fine. But I just kind of curious because you seem to be all over the place.
Horizon 2306, turn right Juliet.
Okay,
Juliet,
coming up,
Horizon 2306.
A220. This is what Delta Airlines loves to fly these days, especially for the shorter routes.
Tower 3736.
This is Delta 870, 287, excuse me,
Tower 3736, Seattle Tower, wind 260 at 10, runway 34 left, clear to land.
Just land 34 left, Tower 3736.
Horizon 2306, hold short of runway 34 center on Juliet. Short gate Q14 is still occupied. Monitor tower, 119.9.
Short 34 center on Juliet, monitor 99, thanks, Horizon 2306.
Okay. Oh, okay. Got it. Got it. Yeah, you need to get around, that's for sure. In a good way. I mean, you know what I'm saying. Oh, that feels so good. Now we got a light wind with some cloud cover. Our sun is now blocked. My face is no longer cooking. Our hardware is no longer overheating. This is all good news. I don't mind the heat. Growing up in Louisiana, no big deal. But
2870, turn
even
right,
the humidity
Echo,
doesn't bother me all that
center.
much. But when it starts messing with my equipment, then I got a problem.
2870, monitor tower, 119.9, good day. Switching, good day.
Okay, so what's coming up next is... anybody want to take a guess? You know, we should just, we should count. I should have a counter. I mean, 175s we get on this stream. But we do have a 175 from San Jose. Hour and a half flight. And they are out there. They are on a 6-mile approach. Actually, let me look at my weather, because it's some of the clouds that I'm seeing around me definitely look like rain. But maybe not to... Oh, no. It's just right now. Perfect. Oh, okay. So we're going to stay in the 70s. Then it's going to go up to 80s around 6, 7 o'clock. Okay, perfect. Well, I'm sitting pretty here. Oops. Come on, ATC.
Delta 89, you can disregard.
We don't want ground. We want main west. Okay. We're still out there a little bit, as you can see here.
Yeah, no, 2508, J-line inbound, 349.
Still 2 miles, but they're coming up fast. Let's go back over to our main view.
Delta 2508, Seattle ground, or Seattle Tower, wind 270 at 9er, runway 34 left, clear to land. There is personnel and equipment working east side of the runway.
Alright, Roger. 34 left, clear to land, Delta 2508, you get that.
We do have another aircraft on final. They're out 6 miles, 5 miles from San Diego. Delta 2508, 737-800 series. They are coming on up. I don't see them quite yet.
71280 at 9er.
Yeah, I saw that plane crash, and you know what? It was a Lancer, and those Lancers are... And those planes are notorious for being really slippery, and just based on what I saw with the footage that was recorded, it looked like... Okay, this is just complete supposition on my part, but it looked like they stalled out, and they just... They went, you know, they just went straight down. And I don't know if he was going too slow or if his angle of attack was,
Personnel and equipment are working right side of the runway. Runway 34 left.
Or he was misconfigured. I'm not really sure, but that's really unfortunate because I realized there's 2 people who were killed in that crash, and you could see it from Oshkosh. So it's kind of morbid, you know. It's when you go to a big fly-in, you know, you kind of it's a big celebration, right? And to unfortunately have people perish as they're on their way in. It's yeah, it's rough. Okay, so here's our flight from San Diego, Delta 2508, 737-800 series. You hate to see people lose their lives when they're flying and doing what they love. It's really unfortunate. But it's one of the risks you take when you go up in a bird. Okay. Next one is from Salt Lake City. I just realized I was looking at the screen, the video, a little bit after I shot the video, and I realized that I was using the sky as a way to pan back around without getting you guys sick. I realized now with the clouds being the way they are, you can see that, and it's, oh well. So I'm trying not to get you guys like seasick or motion sick with my panning, because I have to basically pan almost 180 degrees to catch the next flight coming in.
Turn right echo, right tango.
Okay, so this is a 737-800 as well. They've been flying for an hour and a half, and yeah, I mean, San Jose.
Your gate Alpha 11 Alpha is occupied. Remain the frequency. I'll let you know when it's ready.
A11A, all right. We'll stay with you, Delta 25.
One of these days, well, okay, so for those of you watching and have maybe not been part of the channel before, but kind of wondering what this is all about. So, Go Flying, the reason why it's spelled the way it's spelled is because I'm part Cajun. We tend to do the EAUX down in Louisiana to say the sound O. So anyway, that was the reason for the naming of the channel. It wasn't to trip you guys up. It's not GOX or any of that other stuff. Trust me, I did that when I first saw it. It's Go Flying. I'm a pilot for hobby. This is also a hobby of mine. I do not fly professionally, but I've been interested in aviation since I lived in Louisiana, and I was basically right outside. I lived right outside of New Orleans International Airport. So this is just a way for me to kind of just do something that I love and share it with people that are interested in the same content, I guess, the best way to put it. So welcome to the channel. Thanks for joining in. I really appreciate it. And we're just going to keep going. We're gonna stick around till this Dubai flight gets here, and hopefully they'll be setting up for the. Oh, we have a Qatar flight. Oh, they're going to put them on the right side. They will put them on the right side. I can. What? Wait, hang on. We'll see. Okay, they're down. All right, here. Let's take a look. Let's look together. So we have a flight from Doha. This is 777-300ER. He's making the turn. I don't know what side he's setting up for right now. We're going to find out in a second. If they set up for the left side, that would be killer. They're making that. Yeah, they're turning. It looks like they're turning final right now. They may be. You know what? I think that Delta flight that's there, this guy here.
Tower Sky 3870, ILS 34 left.
No, okay, I see what's happening now. That Delta flight is he's gonna screw up the Qatar.
Seattle Tower, runway 34 left, cleared to land 1270 at 8.
They're putting the SkyWest from Medford. Come on, people. All right, well, I'm sorry. Yep, unfortunately, the Qatar flight is gonna go on the right side. We'll catch it, but it's just not gonna be right over us. I thought that the Delta flight or the SkyWest flight was going to go to the right, but nope, we couldn't be so lucky. Oh well. Life goes on. That doesn't give me a whole lot of faith about what's going to happen with our Dubai flight either, but we'll see about that. I got to find out where they are actually. We have a FedEx. Oh, that's heading out. Okay, let's take a look. Qatar, Delta, Air Force. Oh, that's a C-17. Oh, they're just doing circles. Okay. Sorry. Okay, from Newark to Seattle, we got a flight coming in. Hopefully they go to the right side. We're going to try it. We're going to try and get this. So we do have a... Where is our Emirates flight? Our Emirates flight is about they're 30 miles out. They're 14 minutes. It looks like they're setting them up for the left side, but as I'm seeing with the map right now, they're probably going to put them on the right side. But fingers crossed. This is where we could have like friendly bets going, to figure out whether or not they're going left or right side. Ideally, what I want to do, there's a building right here. You can kind of see it right there. You see that? I want to talk to the owner about getting on the roof of that thing. I know what they're going to say already before they even say it. You have to have insurance. If they're going to allow it, you have to have insurance, blah, blah, blah. You can't sue them, indemnity, you name it, all the legal stuff we have to go through. But anyway, we'll see. Okay, so from Medford, it's an E175.
Seattle-Tacoma, traffic 2 miles ahead for the right runway. You're following an umbrager on about 5 miles ahead. Runway 34 left, clear to land.
Clear to land, 34 left.
And there is our Doha flight. I think what I just got to do, I just got to bite the bullet and get an extreme telephoto lens so that we can catch those flights on the right side when Tracon does us dirty, like they did the other night. Where are you? There you are.
Sky 3878, turn right at Echo.
You can see the runway lighting right there as it passes behind it. And into the trees it goes. So why is it so low? That's because the runway threshold is further south than 34 left. That's why.
34 left.
United 1289 Seattle Tower, 12907.
All right. So next up is a flight from Las Vegas. This is a special livery. This is Delta Airlines Sky Team livery that's coming in right now. They're on a 3-mile final. This plane is, well, in aircraft terms, it's not that old. It's 26 years old. But, I mean, you look at some of the 380s that were built in the early 2000s that are 26-year-old that are mothballed right now. So, anyway, here they are. This is 2922. Again, special livery.
Nice guys, turn in.
It's nice to get the special liveries in from time to time. Okay, I'm going to go a little bit slower now because I notice you guys can see this when I'm doing the panning now. I'm just going to go back down ever so slowly. There we go. So hopefully nobody gets motion sick. Okay, next up is a flight from Newark. This is United 1289. They've been flying for 5.5 hours. This plane is 12 years old, 737-900 ER, and it is next up on our approach to arrival to landing. Just out there a little bit. We're getting a little bit of a wind now, which is interesting. Feels good.
Delta 2922, turn right Echo, left Tango, hold short of Charlie for a full gate.
Echo, Tango, short Charlie, Delta 2922.
Delta 2922, showing your gates as Bravo 8, which is occupied.
Great, thanks.
There's a KLM somewhere up there that is flying to Amsterdam from Portland. 787-10. Above the clouds, I'm guessing at this point. But anyway, here's our 737-900 from Newark. And, sorry, I went fast again. Just force a habit.
Tower Register 9994, waves you on the ILS 34 left.
I'm going to take a look at something real quick.
All Horizon Air 9994 Seattle Tower, runway 34 left, clear to land 12707.
Clear to land 34 left, Horizon Air 9994.
Okay, what is up after this? Swing and a miss, E175 from Santa Ana. Normally this is a 737 flight, so I'm not, maybe this aircraft substitute, I'm not really sure. But they are coming in. They're currently on a 6-mile final. There's clearly more aircraft coming in than they have gates for, because I'm hearing a lot of your gate is occupied, which really stinks. But is what it is. So they are out there, and now they're at 4 miles. Make one little change here. Give me 1 second while we're doing this. In the waning moments of the stream, just gonna make a little bit of a change to my microphone's holder so that it is a little bit more directed at the air traffic. There we go. Turn it back on. Oh, hello. That is too loud. I'm not really sure what happened there.
Seattle Tower, United 325, just inside Josta.
United 325, Seattle Tower, wind 28007, runway 34 left,
all
clear
right.
to land.
Clear to land, 34 left, United.
So there's a 175 from Santa Ana. Sorry, tamp down the microphone just a bit. I'm gonna fix that in a second because you can hear what's going on right there. It's kind of making me crazy. Let's fix that so it doesn't do that anymore. There we go. Let's see if that works. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. So I see 3 aircraft on approach. And let us see there's our Emirates flight. They are now south, or we can switch over. You can see what I see. So here's our Dubai flight. It is now southeast, southwest of SeaTac. And looking at the sequencing, I see, okay, so here's what I see. I got these flights coming in. I got this one here. This is from Santa Barbara. Another flight from LAX. United flight from San Francisco. An Alaska flight from Phoenix. From Phoenix. And then an American flight from Dallas. Those are all lined up for the left side. Our friend here from Dubai is, they may be trying to work them into the sequencing. I don't know. But we will find out in short order. Where's our aircraft? There it is. But that'll be our last flight of the day. As I said, I kept the promise. Said we're gonna stay alive until that Dubai flight came on. So let's just place your bets now, and hopefully they will land on the left side.
Clear to land, 34.
Because I see other aircraft coming in. Yeah, I see other aircraft coming in. They're probably, well, unless they put the Southwest that's coming in from St. Louis on the right side, so they can work in the Emirates. But Emirates is already down in Tacoma. They're way down there. So we'll see. Yeah, keep your fingers crossed.
9994, turn right, Juliet, hold short, runway 34 center.
Right on Juliet, hold short, 34 center, horizon 9994.
Okay, so next up here, landing. It's our flight from LAX. This is United 325. 737-800. Let's come back around and see. I'm still tracking. Sorry if I'm not talking all that much. I'm just tracking this. Okay, so Emirates is on base now. Here, that's what I mean. What I mean by base is it's now perpendicular to the runway. It's going to be turning final. Now, if we look at our flights here, if you look very carefully here, here's our Emirates flight. They're on a turn. You've got a Southwest flight on a turn as well. So I don't see any other aircraft being sequenced in at the moment. So it is possible because they put this Emirates on a base that's kind of like you can see it's on a base. It's typical pattern. It's possible. It's possible. That Southwest needs to get it up and go. But it could, you can see that Emirates they're kind of sequencing them in.
22, your gate's pushing soon at Charlie, hold short of runway 34 center.
Now it is possible, although unlikely, it is possible that these other aircraft that are coming in, they might put one of them on the left, on the right side, but they usually put the Heavies on the right side. So we'll see. Fingers crossed from San Francisco, 737. Max 8.
Seattle Tower, American 757, visual 34 left.
We got to hear that Emirates call in.
757 Seattle Tower, wind 2908, runway 34 left, clear to land.
34 left, clear to land.
Okay.
757.
Sorry, I didn't realize I hadn't switched over. Okay, let's look at this very carefully. The green line represents the approach path in the 34 left. Now, if that Emirates crosses over that line, and it doesn't look like it's gonna, it looks like it's gonna go. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, all right. There we go. There's our answer right there.
On the visual, 34 left.
So we have our Emirates 777 that is going to be coming in. I like that. Okay, in the meantime, let's go ahead and take a look. Get back to our main screen here from Phoenix. 737-900 series. United, sorry, this is Alaska Airlines.
United 8144.
Sweet. You know what, gang? I think we're going to end on a high note, which is awesome. I don't know why my lens doesn't want to focus today. It's just really interesting. Anyway. Okay, let's go back to our other map view here. So our Phoenix flight just landed. All right, Trucker Norm, have a great nap, buddy. You can stick around for the Emirates flight. Just saying, it's only a few minutes out. But okay, so next up is a flight from
Did you want 325
Dallas.
to hold short of November or hold short of 34 center at November?
United 325, hold short of
This is a 321 Neo.
Hold short of November, 325.
Yep. And that Emirates is hot on the heels. So, hey, you didn't need to beep your horn. Scared the crap out of me, dude. Come on. You don't need to do that. All right, let's go back to our main screen.
Alaska 603, remain this frequency. I'll let you know when Charlie 15 is available.
Okay, so this is our 321 Neo.
Tower number 229, established island runway 34 left.
Emirates 229 Heavy, Seattle Tower, following a Boeing 737, just under 3 miles ahead, 12808, runway 34 left, clear to land.
Runway 34 left, clear to land, Emirates 229.
Right on. 2 more flights, or actually 1 more, and then we got it. We got our 777 Trucker Norm. So, thanks for sticking in. I appreciate it. So this next flight up is from St. Louis. This is a 737 MAX 8. This is a Southwest 3981. 3-year-old MAX 8. They've been flying for about 3.5 hours now, 3 hours 45 minutes ish, and you can see that Emirates right behind them. So. Let's hope we don't have a go-around. Although a go-around might be kind of cool drama, but I would prefer they don't. I'm sure the people on the plane would prefer it too.
Ahead, caution weight turbulence, 1280 at 8, runway 34 left, clear to land.
So the winds are shifting. The winds were out of the north earlier today. They're now, I heard they're from 280, which is basically out of the west. So that's interesting. And you can tell by the cloud cover that that's happening too.
Monitor tower 119.9, that's the spot for you.
There they go. Bye-bye. All right. And here is our grand finale for today. This is our flight from Dubai. This is Emirates 229. They've been flying for, get this, folks, almost 15 hours. 15 hours. So you know what we got to do? Give them a proper introduction.
Here it comes! Get ready for the heavy!
Southwest 3981, turn right at Echo, hold short of runway 34 center.
And here they are.
All right, we're on Echo, hold short of 34 center.
Welcome in.
Southwest 3981, monitor tower 119.9, good day.
Monitor tower 119.9, good day.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, will do it. I want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching the stream. It's been kind of an interesting day today with ups and downs and equipment failures and stuff like that. But I appreciate all y'all that came out, stuck with it, and watched the show. So we will be back soon. Remember, we got Seafair coming up here in Seattle at the end of the month, and we will be broadcasting live from Boeing Field with the Blue Angels. So definitely mark that on your calendar. Make sure to subscribe, because that'll give you the notifications once we publish what day we're actually going to do the show. We might do both days. I have no idea. We're going to figure it out. But in the meantime, I just want to thank everybody for joining in. We're a small channel. It's just a hobby. It's a lot of fun for me. I hope it's fun for you. And we will see you guys next time. Take care.
T29
Bye-bye.
Heavy at Echo.
Charlie Foxtrot, Charlie Sierra, Papa with the traffic.
Helicopter truck through crossing center line 300 feet now, no factor. Runway 1 forward left, 20 feet of ballpark. That's 227 Mike, thanks for spacing. Crossing winds with 3207, runway 14 right, clear for takeoff, Al-Qaeda departure approved.